say Southwestern. They have to play Monday. I don't know how much that affects it. We'll talk about that a little bit. Okay, Jim, we are coming up on 30 seconds, 30-30.
It's not good.
You get one side, not the other?
Well, that time there was none, but as soon as I touch it any little way, it gets back, so.
Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Henry has it, turns the corner, he's inside the 5, he's at the goal line, he's into the end zone. Andrew Henry, 7-yard touchdown run, would not be denied.
High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports, and bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night.
Campbell to throw, fires it, he has Terry Keynes. Keynes is into the backfield at the 20, tripped up at the 15, still going, he's into the end zone.
Now let's head out to the stadium. With the call of tonight's game, here's Ron Ruben.
And good evening and welcome to Week 6 of York Adams League High School Football. Tonight we are at historic Horn Field as the Lions of Redline host the Mustangs of Southwestern in a big Division I battle. This is Ron Ruben along with my partner Gareth Hissong, and the bad weather's gone through. It's actually a pretty nice looking night, 64 degrees here at Redline. The clouds are breaking up, so we should have a beautiful night for high school football and a big game, Gareth. Redline coming off a tough 1-point loss to Northeastern, so they are their first league loss, 3-2 overall, and Southwestern coming in at 4-1, but they had to play on Monday.
You look at the numbers, the stats that these teams put up, and very evenly matched as far as the defensive yards they give up, the points they score per game. So this is going to be a great smash-mouth football game. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
It should be. And, of course, Redline with their backup quarterback. Again, Sam Emmig, Dalton Grove was ejected from the game last week, an altercation with one of the Northeastern players. Just one of those things is, you got to keep your cool in those situations. And that's obviously a big change because Dalton Grove's a pretty good quarterback for the Lions.
Yeah, a lot of emotions run when you're out there. It's a high adrenaline type game, but what I'm excited to watch this week, and it's going to be a shame that Redline is missing one of their starters, because on the other side of the ball, on the offense for Southwestern, is wide receiver number 1, Noah Staub, 6'3", 200 pounds. He's an exciting player to watch. 5 touchdowns already this year, 355 total yards on 16 catches. He's going to be explosive and a lot of fun to watch.
All right, this is the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine and the Flying Feet pregame show. Southwestern at Redline. We're going to take a break and back with our coaches' interviews from Media One right after this. You're listening to High School Football on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
You're running cross-country. No one understands how they keep score. Your friends and family don't understand why you do it, but you understand how it makes you feel. So does Flying Feet. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes has been supplying running shoes and apparel to Central PA's best since 1975. Their staff is made up of runners and coaches who understand your pleasures and your pains. If it's running or cross-country related, Flying Feet knows about it. And with the area's best selection of running shoes, running spikes, and running apparel, there's no good reason to shop anywhere else. Worried about prices? Didn't you hear? Flying Feet is a specialty athletic store without specialty store prices. Come see their selection of the best running shoes and spikes for men, women, and children. No matter what your size, your width, or your ability level, Flying Feet has a full line of running apparel and accessories. So run, don't walk, and talk running with a staff who knows. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the Game Time features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
All right, well, bear with us. We're having a bit of a malfunction here with our cassette recorder. It is not starting here, so it's a heck of a thing. Well, there's a revolting development there. All right, well, I'll tell you what. This is a first. Well, Gareth, let's... Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to get this to roll. So can you give us a summary of which coach you talked to first there? Sorry about this.
Started with Damian Palucci. Asked him how he dealt with this short week as they played Monday. Game was postponed from all the rain last week on Friday night. They played Monday. It was a short week of preparation. Tuesday they came out and had an install day. And Wednesday, Thursday were typical days as they normally keep it. And really, he said they did mostly install, a lot of mental reps to keep the guys fresh, but said they got banged up a little bit Monday night, but they're good and they're ready to come out tonight and they're excited to play here at Horn Field.
All right, so he doesn't feel that the short week's going to have that much of an impact.
Not at all. He really, I'm sure that's the message that he kept and the tone he kept all week with his team, to keep that thought out of their mind. Don't even think about it. Stay in the books, keep your heads on a normal week, try to get back on a normal time frame, get into the training room, get your tape on, get the ice on, take care of your body, and trust me, they'll come out here for kickoff. They'll be ready to go.
Now, what about looking at Red Lion, a team that had some decent balance going with their backup quarterback? What's he feel they need to do defensively?
Well, defensively, they got to really read their keys. You're playing against a team that likes to run a lot, use a lot of misdirection. You're not going to have too many run blitzes when you play an offense that runs that veer attack. Move the line a little bit, well, a lot, trying to do some different run stunts, try to take these stunts into the running play to stop the run of Southwest, which is running back by committee. There's a lot of guys that can hand it off and share the wealth. So really read the keys on defense for them to be successful tonight.
All right, that is our first coach's interview, minus the coach. Sorry about that. And it's brought to you, as always, by Media One. Take a break, come back, and have more of our Flying Feet pregame show after this on the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine at Southwestern at Red Lion on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the Game Time features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Keep up to date on Penn State football throughout the season on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. I'm Ron Ruman, and I've been covering the Nittany Lions since the 70s. Tune in weekdays all season long to get the latest from Coach James Franklin and the players. Penn State updates are brought to you by your neighborhood family markets, Nels, Sobels, Wetzel's, and New Oxford, Penn State York, and and financial advisor Dave Sprinkle. Stay up to date on Penn State on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
All right, we are back at historic Cornfield. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you here on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. The Flying Feet pregame show. These are our coaches' interviews from Media One. Unfortunately, our recorder, which recorded everything just fine, is refusing to play back now. And so I don't know what the deal is. But Gareth, you talked with Jesse Shea, the head coach of Red Lion. Obviously, one of the things he's dealing with is having Sam Emig under center instead of Dalton Grove tonight.
Yeah, he thinks they're going to be okay. They're going to try to establish the run, and they're not heavy on the passing game. So having Sam Emig says he's certainly a serviceable quarterback. And I'm sure Jesse Shea is a very good coach. I imagine he's going to, if he tries to get Sam throwing the ball tonight, he's going to start with some slip screens, something short, and get him in a rhythm before he really lets him try to get loose and make plays downfield.
Last week they lost by 1 point to Northeastern. Northeastern scored both of its touchdowns on fumble recoveries. One they recovered in the end zone, the other a 65-yard fumble return. That's got to be upsetting to a team. You think you outplayed them and lose on plays like that. How's the team handling that kind of a loss?
Well, when players go down, you talk about the next man up. Mm-hmm. People got to step up and bring up the intensity. Same thing coming off of a bad loss. You want to move on to the next one. Guys got to step up. You got to do different things, work harder in the week, prepare more, on to the next game. You can't live in the past. You learn from that game. You think about that night of the loss. It hurts. You go in the next day, you watch the film, you learn from that, and then it's on to the next game, especially when you're playing someone like Southwest. Only one loss this year, 4-1 record coming in. You've got to get prepared if you're playing a squad like Southwest. So their focus had to get on this team in this game very quickly.
Now, defensively, what are the Lions looking at tonight? You got Guyman to Staub. That's a potent connection of 355 yards so far this season. And at the same time, they've got Robbie Harbison, who came back from injury last week and ran for more than 100 yards.
Yeah, they're going to have a tough task in trying to stop that 6'3" receiver in Noah Staub. And they've got their starting quarterback in Brock Guyman, so he's going to be able to deliver the ball. And like I said earlier, that offense for Southwest, a lot of guys can carry the ball, and they got Robbie Harbison back, as you mentioned. So they're going to have to read their keys, discipline football, and they're going to have to make tackles. Missed tackles will kill this team tonight.
All right, as our coaches' interviews brought to you by Media One tonight as we get ready for the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine here on Sports Radio 1350 and Game Time PA. Tonight we've got a Division I battle, Southwestern at Red Lion, and we are live from historic Cornfield on what's turning out to be a beautiful night for high school football. We hope wherever you are, you didn't have any damage from any of the storms. I know it had some thunder and lightning and some heavy winds and hard rain in some areas of York County and South Central PA, so we hope that wherever you are, you didn't have any trouble, and I'm glad you're with us tonight. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we will have our starting lineups courtesy of your State Farm agent, Trish Hauser, after this on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or our new location, 1399 South Queen Street at 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Frustrated with the returns or the lack thereof in the stock market? Are you tired of giving back the returns you do make whenever there's a downturn? Would you like to keep the returns you make and have them locked in annually? Learn more about protecting your retirement and investment dollars. Call Tom Dasher Investment Services, 717-246-3879 or 717-487-2096. If your mutual funds are underperforming or your CDs aren't returning what you'd like, contact Tom Dasher Investment Services, 246-3879 or 487-2096.
Brown's Orchards and Farm Market in Loganville was built on teamwork, commitment, and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's Catering your tailgating headquarters for barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville to celebrate the big win. BrownsOrchards.com.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY, and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
And we are back live at Horn Field in Red Lion. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Tonight a Division I battle, Red Lion and Southwestern. Time now, I misspoke. It's time now for our look around the league from Hunters Hill Ortho. Some other key games tonight in the York Adams League, and none bigger than just up the road here. We might be able to hear the crowd. Dallastown hosting Northeastern. They are both 5-0.
Northeastern still trying to prove that they're a legitimate contender and that their program is one of the top programs in and out, year in and year out. But Dallastown, we know that's a tough squad. We know they're a powerhouse. I think they're going to establish their game tonight. Going into this game 5-0, they're going to come out 6-0.
All right. Division III, York Catholic, the Fighting Irish, we had their only win 2 weeks ago against Delone. They are on the road at Littlestown. They're both 1-4.
Both teams 1-4. As you mentioned, last week the Thunderbolts had a tough time trying to contain running back Tavian Dorsey of Delone Catholic. And there's a similar guy that plays for York Catholic in Jakar Kennard. And if he gets loose, which I think he will against Littlestown, watch out, Bolts.
All right. In Division I, two teams desperately in need of a win. New Oxford at Central, both of those teams 1-4 and kind of reeling.
If both these teams comes back to fundamentals, taking care of the ball, finishing drives, executing on both sides of the ball, we'll see who comes out on top tonight.
Also in Division I, the York High Bearcats 0-5, and they are at Spring Grove 2-3. The Rockets can still salvage a season. They've got York High this week and Central next week, 2 winnable games for them.
They do, and tonight is a great night for them to get loose against another team that needs to work on the fundamentals with a winless Bearcats team, York High. If they can stop Nick Erickson, they have a chance, but I don't think they'll be able to do that. Look for Spring Grove to come out on top.
In Division II, Gettysburg is at Eastern. The Warriors 1-4, Eastern 2-3, and we saw them play last week in the rain at Dover. A 1-point loss. They hung with the Eagles. They don't throw very much, but they do have a decent running game.
They do. They can run the ball. They got some pop on offense and a very good defense. It'll be an interesting game to see who comes out with the win with Gettysburg and Eastern.
And sorry, I missed one there. Dover is at Kennerdale. Speaking of the Dover Eagles, they're 3-2 now, over 500. They're adjusting to having lost their starting quarterback probably for at least most of the season to a foot injury, but they're 3-2, 2-0 in the league, and the Kennerdale Rams at 1-4.
Dover, I thought, came out flat last week, but they were able to come away with the win after 4 quarters. And we saw some flashes of excitement in their running game. If they can get that going, they'll be okay against Kennerdale.
Staying in Division II, the Susquehannock Warriors, who are improving. They have 2 wins. That beats their total of last year. They're 2-3, 1-0 in the league. And they're at York Suburban. Suburban, we saw beat Spring Grove. And Suburban at 3-2 overall and 1-0 in the league right now.
I think the Warriors' success will be impeded tonight when they face an impressive quarterback, Thomas Merkel. He's going to have another big night throwing the ball.
And finally, in Division II tomorrow, the West York Bulldogs, who have won 2 in a row after their 0-3 start. They're 2-0 in the league. They have the non-league game tomorrow. They're all the way down to Philadelphia playing Delaware Valley Charter.
Unfamiliar with Delaware Valley Charter, but West York traveling all that way to play a ball game. They're going to want to come away with the win. Be interesting to see that outcome.
All right, and that is our look around the league brought to you by Hunters Hill Ortho. As we get ready tonight for Southwestern at Red Lion, our starting lineups from Trish Hauser are next. From listening to the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
If you've ever been charged with a crime, you know it can be a frightening and stressful time. You have a right to legal representation, which is crucial to assisting you through this difficult time. Criminal charges often carry consequences beyond fines, and often charges such as a DUI can have an impact on your driver's license, employment, and automobile insurance. The law offices of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins can help you in these matters. We have experienced attorneys who primarily focus on these areas and are prepared to represent your interests in a diligent and vigorous manner to achieve the best possible result for you and protect your rights under the U.S. Constitution. Our experience, skills, and candid advice will guide you through this process and help you obtain the best result under the particular circumstances of a case. Call us today at 757-7602 for a free consultation, or visit us at our website at gslsc.com. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins, 110 South Northern Way, York, Pennsylvania. Attorneys licensed in Pennsylvania and Maryland.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection. From the world's largest car insurer, see me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in your, first in sports.
And back at Horn Field in the Red Lion, Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you. Time now for our starting lineups from Trish Hauser. Let's start with the visitors from Southwestern, the Mustangs of Coach Damian Palucci.
Ron, it's about that time. I can smell the concessions underneath us. I can smell the Brickers truck and forget which segment we're on sometimes.
Really?
The visiting offense at quarterback, number 11, Brock Guyman, 6'1", 190-pound senior at halfback, number 33. Zach Hughes, he's a senior at fullback. Returning for his second week, the exciting number 44, Robbie Harbison. At halfback, number 25, Jeff Green, another senior. Senior laid in backfield for the Southwestern Mustangs. At split end, another exciting senior to watch, number 1, Noah Staub, 6'3", 200-pound wide receiver. At tight end, number 13, Corbin Byers, 6'2", 215. At tackle, number 52, Austin Rusing. Tackle, number 73, Bubba Carball. Your guards for the Southwestern Mustangs, number 51, Skylar Bowman, number 56, Evan Robinstein. And the anchor at center, number 75, Scotty Dickmeyer at 5'10", 290 pounds.
All right, we're going with the Southwestern defense then.
Defensive tackles, number 88, Quan Marshall, number 70, Josh Zareth. At defensive end, number 51, Skylar Bowman, number 13, Corbin Byers. Linebacking core for the Mustangs, number 33, Zach Hughes, number 54, Mike Ferris, number 4, Tyler Fulmore, number 17, Matt Smolko. At corner, number 1, Noah Staub, number 6, Miles Francis. At safety, number 3, Nate Van Kampen.
And the starting lineups for the Red Lion Lions on offense.
At quarterback, he's the backup. We'll see how he performs tonight. Junior, 6 foot, 160 pound, number 9, Sam Emig. At running back, number 20, Alex Keogh. Fullback, number 24, Pat Doherty. At wide receiver, number 11, Taylor Uberti. Wide receiver, number 15, Kendrick Boyd Giuseppe. Tight end, number 1, Brooks Argento. At offensive tackle, number 70, Stephen Tierney. Number 52, Bronson Warner. At the other offensive tackle. At guards, number 72, Nick Argento. Number 78, Jeff Lucas, and at center, number 74, Dakota Cleary.
And the Lions defense.
Defensive tackles, number 74, Dakota Cleary. Number 72, Nick Argento. At defensive end, number 2, Ben Fry. Number 14, Tyson Mitchell. Linebacking core for the Lions, number 1, Brooks Argento. Number 24, Pat Doherty. Number 45, Colton Ryder. Number 20, Alex Keogh starts at safety. His free safety beside him is number 15, Kendrick Boy-Giuseppe. At corners, number 4, Josh Donaldson. And number 3, Cole Snyder.
Our starting lineups courtesy of Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent. Take a break and back with our weather and field conditions from Iacano Hair Design and the keys to the game from Unique Physique. Leading up to the Fast Signs opening kick, you're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
When you need a haircut, where do you go? If you need a hair replacement, who's the expert? When barbers need a haircut, where do they go? The answer is Iacano's, of course, the most interesting barbers in York. Don't normally get a shave? Go to Iacano's, they'll take care of you. Need a facial? That's right, Iacano's is the place to get it done. Iacano's, the most interesting barbers in York. They do it all. For an appointment, call 854-8258. That's 854-8258. If you're a high school junior or senior or adult interested in attending Penn State, don't miss the Penn State York Open House, October 24th, 9 to 2 at the Pullo Center. Learn about the admissions process, financial aid options, meet faculty and students, and tour the campus. Explore our 10 four-year degree programs offered at York, including new BS in Biology and BA and BS in Psychology, and learn about Penn State's 2+2 program. Start at York and finish your degree at another Penn State campus. Call 771-4040 or register online at york.psu.edu/open house.
Live local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And again, welcome back to Hornfield and Red Lion. Ron Rubin and Gareth Hissong here. The High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Our weather and field conditions courtesy of Iacano Hair Design. It's about 63 degrees and the skies are clearing. The rain is out of here. A beautiful night for high school football. The flag is hanging limply, so no wind to speak of, and it's a turf field, so it should be in good shape. And the keys to the game from Unique Physique. Well, let's check out Red Lion first, the homestanding team. Gareth?
Red Lion's going to have a great performance on defense tonight. This Southwest offense is explosive, and we've been hearing about it all year. At the beginning of the year, they took a little bit of time to really get rolling, but once they got Harbison back last week and Noah Staub out on the perimeter, they're going to be tough to stop for these Lions.
And how about for the Southwestern Mustangs? Coach Damian Palucci, they're coming in 4-1. Tough loss in week 2 to Cedar Cliff, but otherwise they've looked pretty good.
Execute on offense. Stay away from turnovers and penalties and mistakes of shooting yourself in the foot. And on defense, be interesting to see if they bring a little extra pressure with the backup quarterback starting for Red Lion and try to shake the backup quarterback early.
And those keys to the game brought to you by Unique Physique. So, two teams, I think, Gareth, that have some aspirations here and, still have some aspirations. The winner tonight's going to be, still in it for the division and certainly with the league playoffs. So, I think a lot of intensity out there tonight.
It will be, and these are two top teams in the area. I love every opportunity we get to watch either of these squads, especially when they're having great years like they're doing this year.
And I think two really excellent young coaches as well. I like both of these guys.
And that's another thing. I'm disappointed we missed our coaches' interviews. These guys give you a lot of good stuff.
They do.
And I go down there. I chatted up with them a little bit before the interviews. And Damian Palucci at Southwest and Shea here at Red Lion do incredible jobs.
Yeah.
I think Damian's in his third, fourth year.
I want to say fourth maybe, and Shea's third, I think.
Yep. So great guys, great coaches, and you can see players love playing for them. Both squads. Players love them, and they're doing great jobs and getting a lot of wins.
All right, that is our keys to the game from Unique Physique. The Fast Signs opening kickoff is coming your way next in the Dasher Financial first quarter. All of our timeouts tonight are brought to you by your neighborhood family markets. We are going to take a break, and we'll have that opening kickoff after this on the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Tailgating or planning football parties? Get the party started with great products from Best Yet at your neighborhood markets. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet rolls, Best Yet 12 packs of soda with a Best Yet Rising Crust pizza. And know that Best Yet products have been trusted and valued by families since 1893 with a quality that is backed by a double your money back guarantee at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's Enola, and New Oxford.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
What do John Yachty, Jacob Yachty, Austin Tillotz, and Kelly Ryan and Morgan Klunk have in common? Besides being basketball players, 2,000-point scorers, all-state athletes, or state champions, they all trained with John Kirchner at Unique Physique. John guarantees that he will increase your vertical jump, increase your strength, quickness, and get you ready for the upcoming season. Coaches, get your team ready with plyometrics, and John will even come to your gym to get your team ready. Players and coaches, call John Kirchner at Unique Physique at 755-2639 for details.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And our national anthem performed by the Red Lion High School Marching Band tonight. Another outstanding music program of which we have quite a number here in York County. So we're ready for the Fast Signs opening kick. Red Lion will have that opening kick. Lions in their home uniforms, black with the gold helmets and the white numbers, and Southwestern in the traveling unis, white with the black helmets and black numbers. And I am very happy to say that unlike last week, I can actually see all the numbers tonight. I could not see Eastern's numbers to save my behind last week, so going to be an easier night for me.
Yeah, even though we're a mile away,
yeah, we are.
Field, quite the distance from the field, but love this stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, want to thank Arnie Fritzius and Kyle Masser and Kevin Zieber for all their hospitality as always here at Red Lion. And a beautiful night. Except you're right, we're right above the concession stand, and it smells so good.
Oh, it's tough.
All right.
And I'm on a seafood diet, so if I see something,
yeah,
I'm eating it.
I'm with you, buddy. All right.
Now you call them a marching band. Can they be a pep band when they're in the stands like this?
Well, but they're going to march at some point tonight.
Okay.
So they're still a marching band. And Wes Sneeringer will boot it for Southwestern. Kendrick Boyd Gillespie and James Jackson are deep for the Lions. The Lions will go left to right here in the first quarter, and we are ready to go with our Fast Signs opening kickoff on our Dasher Financial first quarter. And Sneeringer approaches the ball and hits it on a low line drive. Hits it about the 25, picked up by one of the up men, and out to the 31-yard line. On the return for Red Lion was Paul Jones, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 31-yard line.
Southwest trying to keep it away from any playmakers in the return game for the Lions, and see if Jesse Shea tries to mix it up on offense and loosen up this defense. They got a backup quarterback, as we talked a couple times tonight, the junior Sam Emig, 6 foot, 160 pounds. See if they trust him in the passing game.
And they have 5 wides to start out of the shotgun, so they're going to pass right away. Alex Keogh, their leading rusher, with 481 yards, but they're going to come out throwing. And Emig looking to fire and got Boyd Gillespie immediately his favorite receiver and out to about the 40-yard line. Target to the 42. He is wrestled out of bounds there by Miles Francis, but a gain of 11 on the first down. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
And a nice, quick hook pattern there. You see, trying to get Sam Emig on these short patterns, get him in a rhythm early before you let him loose.
And they set up with 3 wide receivers now and a single back out of the shotgun, and they're going to hand it off, and this is Keogh breaking a tackle. Alex Keogh broke the first tackle, got out to the 44-yard line before he is knocked out of bounds by Josh Zeroth, and Oh, gosh. Number 4, Tyler Fulmore. Gain of 2, and it's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Great job by the defense of the Mustangs, holding their ground and forcing the ball carrier to run east and west.
They send Taylor Uberti to the top of the formation, 3 wides to the near side on 2nd down and 8 at the 44 for the Lions, their opening drive. And they're going to hand it off to Keogh up the middle, and he's across the 45 to about the 46. Now, Southwestern saying they came out there with a football, but I think the official says it was down before any of that happened. So it's going to be Lions ball out at the 48-yard line. There's a gain of about 4 for Keogh, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4 from there.
They move Keogh a little motion from left to right, and they go back to the left side of the line following the big guard, number 78, Jeff Lucas, 245-pound junior, and tackle, number 52, Bronson Warner, 6'5", 228-pound junior.
Woo. On 3rd and 4 now, first 3rd down for the Lions tonight. Their opening drive, Emig out of the gun, puts a man in motion. It's Sturdy. Looked like the defensive line jumped, didn't see a flag. Emig on a keeper, got about a yard, and that was it. Fulmore was there filling that and driving him backwards, and he is well short of the first down. Well played that time by the defense, and he gains 1, no flag, so it's going to be 4th down and a Finks Garage punt.
There you see the discipline. Southwestern defense staying at home, reading their keys, and making the play, forcing the punt.
And the snap is there. Emig is the punter, left-footed punter, and it's an end-over-ender. Hits it about the 25. Takes a great red line bounce inside the 10, and it's down to about the 4 or 5 yard line. Hustling down there on special teams for Red Lions was Jack Gemmel. It's going to be the 5 yard line, so 1st and 10 for the Southwestern Mustangs at their own 5. So you're just underway here in the Dasher Financial first quarter. 9:34 left and no score, and Southwestern will take possession.
Miles Francis was dangerously close to that ball as it was bouncing, and I kind of wanted him to scoop it up. I told you I was watching him before the game. He's quick.
Yeah. All right, so 1st and 10 for Southwestern. 2 wide receivers, top of the formation, split backs, and they hand it off straight ahead. Huge hole. That's Robbie Harbison, and he busts out to the 32-yard line. Finally stopped out there, but not before it's a 27-yard line. It's a 22-yard gain. Huge hole. Just blew it wide open there before Keogh able to make the stop.
Here you see what they missed when he's been out injured.
Wow. So 1st and 10 out at the 27 now, and they give it on a wide run here, tripped up and just getting back to the line of scrimmage. And that time that run was made by Mike Johnson. And Johnson got 1 yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 from there.
Plays like that will loosen up the defense of Red Lion as they're reading their keys. They're expecting a lot of different things from the Southwest team, and they're going to keep throwing it at them.
Under center, Guyman turns, hands it off, and a nice hole, but it closed quickly. Harbison, and a nice tackle made that time by Pat Doherty, the 5'10", 200-pound junior linebacker. Looked like there was going to be some running room for Harbison, but he got 1 yard, and that was it. It's 3rd and 8 now from the 29.
Good job by the defensive line. Dakota Cleary, Nick Argento for the Lions, and taking up the blocks, eating up the blocks, and allowing the linebackers to come through and clean up the trash.
That's the way it's supposed to work, right?
That's exactly how it is.
All right. So Southwestern now with a 3rd and 8 from their own 29. Their first drive of the game. No score. Red Lions Southwestern. 8 minutes left here in the Dasher Financial first. 3 wides to the top of the formation. 1 to the near side. Shotgun for Guyman. Rolls to his right. Looking to throw. Sets. Fires across the middle. Just behind his tight end Corbin Byers at the 45-yard line. And going to the ground trying to make the pick for Red Lion back there was one of the defensive backs. But it was James Jackson. But incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and a Finks Garage punt.
Senior at quarterback Brock Guyman is really going to want that one back, as he had a wide open Corbin Byers up the middle and had his feet, had some little happy feet, didn't set his feet as much as you'd like mechanically, and missed his tight end.
And Guyman is the punter, so he will do the high snap. Guyman pulls it down for our Finks Garage punt. Good high kick. Jackson under it at the 37, makes the first man miss up to midfield, and and into the 47-yard line of Southwestern. So good return. Logan Toms on the tackle, a sophomore for Southwestern, but the Lions in good field position, 1st and 10 at the Mustang 47.
So we see both teams come out on the first play on offense, get a first down, and then 3 plays and a punt. Redline winning the battle of field position right now as they're starting on the Mustang side of the field, moving left to right, and see if they can capitalize.
Emig will go from the gun now. He's got 2 wides up top, puts one of them in motion toward us. Now he goes back the other way, hands it off to, looks like Keogh, breaks a couple of tackles. That's Guerreri, Dalton Guerreri at the 40-yard line, and wrestled out of bounds there. And he was a tough guy to get down. Nate Van Kampen, the safety on the tackle, but Guerreri moves it down to the 37-yard line. And is that enough for a first down? It is. Gain of 10 and a first down for Dalton Guerreri. Dylan Guerreri, I'm sorry.
Ron, this game is exciting enough, and I keep getting whiffs of this concession stand. I might take a break and head out for a little bit.
Really? As long as you're bringing me back something, no qualms here. So 1st and 10 to the Mustang 37. Uberti to the top of the formation, and a receiver to the near side as well. Out of the gun goes Emig. Puts a man in motion once more. And hands it off to Guerreri. Big hole up the middle, and Dylan is down to the about the 33-yard line. Gain of a solid 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6, and Tyler Fulmore again on the stop for the Mustangs.
So far we've seen success. Redline running the ball up the middle. I've said it before. Jeff Lucas, Bronson Warner, some other guys on the offensive line, Nick Argento, Stephen Tierney, and Dakota Cleary clearing the way up the middle.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line now for the Lions. Again, Emig working from that shotgun. Looks comfortable back there and hands it off to Guerreri. Off the right side, has a big hole and spins down to the 25-yard line inside the 25. That's going to be a first down as Quan Marshall, the defensive tackle, 6'3", 226-pound junior, made the stop. But it is a gain of 9 to the 24 and a first down.
Great job of the wide receivers for Redline, getting their stock blocks on the outside of the perimeter, allowing the ball carry just enough to get the first down.
So on a 1st and 10 here, Emig will work from the gun with a wide receiver each way. Boyd Gillespie, his favorite, is to the near side here. But they're going to stay on the ground. It's working, and this one goes straight ahead to Dylan Guerreri. Not too much room there this time. He gets a couple. Stop is made by Skylar Bowman, the 6'4", 268-pound senior defensive tackle at the 21. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Redline on a nice methodical drive right now after getting great starting field position at the 47-yard line of Southwest. Doing a good job of executing on this series as they come up on their 5th play of the drive.
Dylan Hildebrand and Kendrick Boyd Gillespie to the top of the formation. And we have 2 backs in the backfield, both to the left of Emig. Here's the snap, and they go straight ahead to Guerreri following his fullback Doherty. Flag flies. Guerreri got down to about the 17, but that's in the area where you think it's going to be holding. The umpire threw that flag from the defensive side of the football. And the referee will tell us. As you heard, holding on the offense, so that's a 10-yard spot foul. The flag was around the 20. So they're going to move it back to the 30 to the 31. And from there, it will be 2nd down and 17 for the Lions now. 5:44 left in the Dasher Financial First. No score, Redline and Southwestern.
Great job of finishing his block. Regardless of the penalty, Nick Argento, 6'3", 306-pound junior, finishing blocks 6 yards downfield. You love to see that as a coach.
Yeah. 5 wide receiver, empty backfield for the Lions on 2nd and long, and Emig takes the snap. Quick throw, there's a scroll, batted down. That was one of those screens you talked about, but Skylar Bowman, the 6'4" defensive end, got in there and batted it down with the big left hand. They were trying to set up that little bubble screen to Kendrick Boyd Gillespie, but it's incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd and 17.
6'4", 268-pound senior is Skylar Bowman. And I was down there watching them run through their plays, and he did that in warm-ups when going through the defensive plays. So they coach that up. Get your big paws up there at 6'4", and you'll make some plays.
Yeah. And 3rd and 17 now, and we go with 4 wide receivers, 2 each way for the Lions. And Emig working out of that pistol formation. Has the man in motion behind him. goes to throw, sets, fires deep down the middle into double coverage, and it is picked off back there by Noah Staub. Staub back to the 25, the 30, and shoved out of bounds on the far sideline. He's a wide receiver, and that time at defensive back, he was able to make the pick and return it to the 30. Hemming threw into double coverage that time, and he paid the price.
I've been impatiently waiting to see Noah Staub get his hands on the ball. Thought it would be on offense first, but there you see his great hands, good ball skills, and his ability to catch the ball and get moving on the run. Great play by Noah Staub.
Well, you mentioned Staub, the wide receiver, 16 catches, 355 yards, and 5 touchdowns this season. So we will see if they try and get him unleashed here offensively. Still no score, 5:10 left in our Dasher Financial first quarter, and Southwestern its own 30 after the pick. And Guyman drops to throw, gets it out here to Green in the flat, has a block. Green at the 40, and grabbed by the ankles and goes down there at about the 43-yard line. It was Pat Doherty from his linebacker spot making the stop out at the 42. Gain of 12 on the completion to Jeff Green and a first down.
Southwest does a great job using their formation as an advantage. They know that safety, Alex Keogh, is going to line up deep off the ball. They get a good screen, a good block on the outside of their wide receiver, and plenty of real estate to run. Another first down for Southwest.
Jeff Green, the second leading receiver for the Mustangs. That was his 12th catch of the season. Now has 115 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. 2 wides to the top of the formation this time, and Guyman is under center, and he has to take a timeout. Some wasn't right. Play clock was running down. So this timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets. Southwestern nothing, Red Lion nothing. 4:35 left in the first on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fink's Garage, we're a little bit different. Our philosophy is just a little old-fashioned. See, we believe that our jobs are dependent upon taking care of people and their car problems. It's not all about cars and numbers. How may we serve you? Please allow us the opportunity to repair your vehicle. Fink's Garage, a Napa Auto Care Center, 717-854-5175. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
All right, Fink's Garage. Damian and Alice Dell are good friends, taking care of the room and vehicles for nigh on to 3 decades now. So you have something you need done with your car, you get over to Fink's.
I've seen you drive. You're tough on those vehicles.
Yeah, I am. You're right. You're no kidding. Paying the price up and down 83 for 30 years. All right, out of the timeout now, Southwestern with a 1st and 10, their own 42-yard line. Still no score, 4:35 left in the Dasher Financial first. 2 wides, the top of the formation, a man in motion. They hand it off, a little delayed handoff here, and out to about the 43-yard line. And that's Tyler Fulmore, the backup fullback, who, of course, was the starter until Harbison returned. Gets about a yard, give him 2 to the 44, and it'll be 2nd and 8 from there.
Yeah, you see that when you look at the stats of the running backs. A lot of guys getting carries. A lot of guys have good averages for those carries. Southwest has a lot of weapons on offense.
They do indeed. Fulmore off now, and 2nd down and 8, and we go with 3 wide receivers, and they're going to run it this time. They try to cut wide, and there is some running room. A first down into the secondary, and he tried to hurdle a man at the 40-yard line. That was Mike Johnson, who's not really done a lot of running, just 3 carries before tonight, but he's doing the job tonight. He gets down to the 35-yard line of Red Line, and so that is a gain of 21 yards, and it will be a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Great patience carrying the ball on that play. Mike Johnson does a good job following his tackle as he pulls Austin Reusing and then hits it upfield. Good gain.
And Johnson has it again, coming to the near side. This time Red Lion is ready, and he is plastered. I mean, the lumber came from Pat Doherty that time, and he drops him at the 39-yard line. A loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd and 14.
And so far, I talked about Red Lion on their last possession. You see it here with Southwest, a good methodical drive, executing on every play. And what killed Red Lion when they were doing that, there's penalties and mistakes. And there we see a loss of yards on that play for Southwest. See if they can recover on after going 2nd and 14.
Staub and Green both to the top of the formation. Guyman just 1 of 2 so far passing tonight. Takes the snap, play fake, rolling to his right, looking to throw, fires it out for Green. Green has it at the 43-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds right around the 35, back to the original line of scrimmage. as Kendrick Boyd Gillespie was over there, and Josh Donaldson, the cornerback. So that's a gain of 4, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10.
Good conservative play, just trying to chip away, get some of those yards back after getting set up at a 2nd and 14. Here you are at 3rd and 10, and on the 35-yard line, you got to be in, think you're in 4-down territory.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off to the man who came in motion straight ahead down to about the 29-yard line, and rushing there for Southwestern was Miles Francis, and he gets a gain of 5 down to the 30, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 from there.
This is where it can get very difficult on defense against this Southwestern explosive offense. You see them hit a lot of different ways, have success going outside on the perimeter and running some sweeps. They got guys that can run up the middle and Harbison. You don't know where they're going to hit you next, and we'll see what they can muster on this 4th and 5 from the 30-yard line.
And Guyman will work out of the pistol here. Takes the snap, looking to throw, looking for his man. Got him. Noah Staub made a man miss at the 25 down the far sideline. Spun out of bounds at about the 16 by Boyd Gillespie. But just a quick out to Noah Staub. Made one man miss, got the 1st down, and on a gain of 14, 14 down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 as they enter the Weckers Carpet red zone.
You see the playmaker again. He's the one that got the ball on the interception for Southwest, and here they come on their 8th play, marching down the field, knocking on the door.
Under center, they hand it off. This is Zach Hughes. Hughes running to his right. Not much there. Got about 1 yard to the 15. Pretty well defensed that time by Redline. Bunch of black shirts and gold helmets there. So Zach Hughes with a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 15.
That was a great tackle on that previous play on the 1st down from Noah Staub. Boyd Giuseppe making that play in the open field, and you think his eyes lit up when he saw that 6'3", 200-pound senior coming at him?
Yeah, he might have. Boyd Gillespie's a big fella too, 6'2", 205. So 2nd and 9 now, and they hand it off to Francis trying to get outside. The ball's loose, and I think Red Lion is on it. That ball came out, and Nate Van Kampen is on it for the Nate Van Kampen, I think, for the Red Lions is the fellow that dove on that, the safety, as Miles Francis fumbled the football trying to run wide to the near side and unable to hang on to it. And so on the turnover, we got a turnover each way now, and so Red Lion with Southwestern in the Weckers Carpet red zone. The Mustangs turn it over, and the Lions have it 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
And that's a huge break for this Lions defense. Southwest was rolling. They shot themselves in the foot on offense last time, throwing an interception. Here they get another chance.
Hemming out of the gun, hands it off. And not much there. Out to maybe the 7-yard line goes Dylan Guerreri, and then he was snowed under by a bunch of guys in white shirts. Skylar Bowman was there, Corbin Byers. Gain of 1 to the 7. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
We saw in the last possession for the Lions that defensive end, senior Skylar Bowman, knocked down a pass. There you see him making another good play, not giving up his contain, gets the ball carrier, and allows his help on defense to come clean it up.
2nd 9 at their own 7. Put a man in motion away from us here. It is Red Lion. They hand it off, and this is Keogh's check back in, breaks a tackle, and comes to the outside. 1st down and more. The 30, the 40, across midfield, and Keogh down the near sideline. And are they going to catch him? They are not. Into the end zone. No flags. And Alex Keogh with a 93-yard touchdown run, and the Lions take a 6-0 lead with 19 seconds left in the Dasher Financial first quarter.
I said it in the pregame, any missed tackles, you'll pay for it. And Keogh, an exciting running back, able to scamper for 93 yards and get these Lions, the home squad, on the board.
5th touchdown of the year rushing for Alex Keogh. He is their leading rusher now, well over 500 with that one. And on to attempt the extra point now for the Red Lions is Sam Emig, the left-footed kicker. Snap is there, set is down, the kick is up, it is through. 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. Red Lion takes a 7-0 lead on the long touchdown run. Our timeout courtesy of your neighborhood Family Markets on the high school football game of the week, presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Now we got a Fast Signs kick coming your way as the Lions take a 7-0 lead here. Just 19 ticks left in the first quarter. The Lions will boot it to Southwestern, and Sam Emig will kick it for Red Lion, and Miles Francis is deep for Southwestern. You think he's an exciting guy there. You saw him down in the field, Gareth.
He's quick. He's got a lot of explosive speed. See what he does on this return.
It's a high kick, and Francis settles under it at the 10. Then the near hash mark cuts to the middle of the field and made a couple guys miss. Got out to about the 27. Ball came out, but he was already down. So Southwestern will have it 1st and 10, their own 27. Let's get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Great drive and a huge momentum boost for the Red Lions. 2 plays. 93 yards in 57 seconds. Alex Keogh with his 5th touchdown of the year. And with 12 seconds left on the board in the first quarter, Red Lion on top 7, Southwest 0.
All right, see if the Mustangs can answer now. They will send Noah Staub to the near side, the only wide receiver. They have those 2 kind of halfbacks turned in, flanking just past the end of the line, and they're going to give it straight ahead to Robbie Harbison, breaking tackles. He's into the secondary at midfield, being chased by Keogh, and Keogh finally catches him and brings him down, but not before he gets to the Red Lion 37-yard line. And so that is going to be, there's a penalty flag on the field, though, and let's see what this is all about. We'll get the call from the official here, and it's coming back. Wow, that's a tough one for the Mustangs. Here's the call.
Offense. 10-yard penalty from spotted foul. First down repeated.
And there you have it. So a holding penalty wipes out what would have been a 36-yard gain by Robbie Harbison. And boy, Southwestern really needed that after the long touchdown run by Alex Keogh.
A well-coached team under head coach Damian Palucci. These guys execute on both sides of the ball. They play clean games. That's the first penalty for Southwest this game, and a big one.
So it's 1st, and that's the end of the first quarter. We'll be 1st down and about 16 when we return for the Broadway Transmission second quarter. We've played 1, Red Lion 7, Southwestern nothing. This timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Yorktown Roofing and Siding, locally owned and operated since 1992. The premier building materials distributor in Central PA. Distributors of roofing and siding, windows and doors, decking and railing, seamless gutter and gutter guard, and cabinets and vanities. Both wholesale and retail. Located at 261 Northeast Street in York. Online at YorktownRoofingandSiding.com or call 845-9447 or toll free at 1-800-457-3943.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And back at historic Hornfield and Red Lion, Ron Ruman, Gareth Hissong, 7-0 the Lions after 1. And a Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard update for you now. In the second quarter, Gettysburg leading Eastern 3-0. Biglerville up on DeLone 14-0. Central leading New Oxford 7-0. Suburban over Susquehannock 7-0 in the first. Littlestown up on York Catholic 14-7 in the first. Bermudian over York Tech 6-0 in the first. Hanover still undefeated 16. Fairfield nothing in the first. First and about 17 for Southwestern. They hand it off looking to get wide. Zach Hughes breaks one tackle and gets out to about the 26-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 on that, and it's going to be 2nd down and 12 from there.
We talked about coming into this game how these teams have a lot of numbers that are similar statistically, and after 1 quarter of play, both teams, Red Lion has 3 first downs, Southwest 4. Both teams 0 for 2 on third downs. Each team with a turnover. the big difference is Redline 7 points more than Mustangs right now.
So 2nd and 12, Southwestern their own 31, and looking to throw, and they're going deep, and he's got his backup tight end Matt Smolko in the Red Lion territory. He is flung down there by the defensive back for Red Lion there on the coverage that time for the Lions was Dylan
Hildebrand.
Dylan Hildebrand, thank you.
That's a tough one.
But it's a big gain down to the 38-yard line, so that's a gain of 31 yards to Matt Smolko and a first down.
Great job by the play calling. Great time to call that play. Good execution. As you see, Brock Guyman holds the ball behind him after the play fake, allows his tight end, Corbin Byers, to get behind the defense, and a great play for the Southwest Mustangs.
On first down, they hand it off to the man in motion, and he's down to the 35-yard line, and that was Jeff Green, and he will pick up 3, and it's going to be 2nd down and 7 from there. Nick Argento on the stop.
Yeah, on that big pass, you see, talked about it before, how difficult it is to defense this Mustangs offense. They hit you from all different ways, and they come at you with a play-action fake and hide the ball from you, allow a tight end to get behind the defense. Tough to defend these guys.
2nd and 7 now as Southwestern moving guys around. Staub to the top of the formation, and Francis will stay down to the near side now, and Guyman to throw, fires it out for Staub. Too high for him, went up, couldn't haul it in. Incomplete pass, going to make it 3rd down and about 7 from the 35-yard line. Just finishing up our Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard. York at Spring Grove, no score on that one. That was a 7 o'clock start. Northeastern Dallastown just about to get underway, and Dover and Kennerdale at 8 o'clock tonight. So that's our Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard update. Here at 7-0 Red Lion with 10:08 left in the Broadway Transmission second quarter, and Southwestern has a 3rd and 7 at the Lions 35. Staub to the top of the formation, the only wide receiver. Harbison in the backfield, and they give it to him. Harbison straight up the middle, has good hole and some broken tackles again. Runs through the arm tackle and got to the 32-yard line before he was finally upended there by Doherty and Ryder. But it is a gain of 8, and they move the sticks.
Good vision, good balance, good patience, and good piece of running by Robbie Harbison. You see how he likes to stay tight to his blockers and makes it tough for the defenders to wrap him up.
Francis and Staub to the top of the formation. The tight end Byers out there as well, and they have Smolko down to the near side here on first down. They're going to fire that little screen to Francis, looking for a block and unable to get it. Great defensive play made by the cornerback Josh Donaldson, who played off the block and brings Francis down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Good piece of defense right there for Donaldson. Uses his hands for the shock and shed and makes the tackle.
Is that what they call that, huh?
That's right.
All right.
Good technique.
Yep. So 2nd down and 10 at the 32-yard line now. And 2 wide receivers come to the near side, Staub and Green. Under center is Guyman. Back split behind him, gives it to Harbison. Harbison up, little big hole at the 20, and upended there. Good open field tackle made by Cole Snyder, the cornerback, but it is made down at the 19-yard line. That is a gain of 8 for Harbison, and it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Harbison's a good physical running back, and you don't see that real explosive speed from him, but there's just something about his running style. You just think he's going to break it every time.
On 3rd and short, quarterback sneak for Guyman. Guyman moves the pile forward and keeps going down to the 14-yard line. So he picks up 5, and it's a 1st and 10 in the Weckers Carpet red zone for the Southwestern Mustangs.
Mustangs have done a great job of putting drives together. Their last drive was 8 plays. They just finished their 8th play, going on the 9th play of this drive, and last time they coughed it up, a fumble as they were knocking on the door, and here they are on the 14-yard line. Let's see if they can finish this drive.
Maybe go for a fade to Staub in the corner of the end zone here. Guyman, nope, they're going to hand it off, and they hand it off to Zach Hughes, and Hughes dives inside the 10. Colton Ryder bringing him down there. They'll mark it at the 10. It's a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
You talked about him at defensive end on defense, but plays guard on offense. Big number 51, Skylar Bowman, 6'4", 268 senior, pulling guard, leading the way for his ball carriers.
Second down 6 right at the 10 in the Weckers Carpet red zone. Southwestern down 7-0, looking to tie it up here. And they go to Harbison up the middle, cuts off the left side to 5 and stretches across the goal line. I believe he's in, and he is. Robbie Harbison runs hard and stretched it out and got into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run, and we are a PAT away from being tied.
We saw Harbison trying to answer from the big run of Keogh and the Lions with a big run after he came out on their possession, called back for holding, but is able to finish the drive and get his 3rd touchdown of the season.
West Sneeringer on to try and tie it up out of the hold of Noah Staub. The boot is up, and it is good. 7:38 left in the Broadway Trans second quarter. We are not at Red Lion 7, Southwestern 7. This time out courtesy of your neighborhood family markets. And you're listening to the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
Hi, this is Damian Palucci, head coach of the Southwestern Mustangs. You're listening to High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And back at Hornfield, Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you. 7:38 left before halftime, and we are tied. Southwestern 7, Red Lion 7, and our Fast Signs kickoff coming from the foot of West Sneeringer here. And Red Lion awaits. Sneeringer approaches the football and boots it. It's a high end-over-end kick and settled under by Jackson at the 6. James Jackson comes to the near side now, looking for some blocks, gets one, and is out around the 31-yard line before he is brought down. Special teams play by Josh Higdon for Southwestern. The Lions will go 1st and 10, their own 31, and now let's get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring update.
Good 9-play drive for the Mustangs, 73 yards, 3 minutes, 34 seconds. Capped off with a touchdown run of 10 yards. Robbie Harbison, he's got 5 carries, 49 yards, and a touchdown on the night. And we are knotted at 7s with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half.
All right, and under center is Sam Emig. Emig takes the snap, hands it off to Dylan Guerreri. Guerreri off a right tackle, dives out to the 40-yard line, or to the 35, I'm sorry. He will pick up 4. And Carson Perry on the stop for Southwestern, 2nd down and 6.
See both these teams try to hammer the center of the defensive front and then try to get their perimeter plays and mix it up so that neither defense knows what's coming next.
2nd and 6 for the Lions at their own 35, tied at 7 minutes left in the Broadway Transmission second quarter. Emig under center now this time. And he hands it off to Doherty, the fullback, and Pat Doherty out to the 38-yard line. He'll pick up 3, and from there it will be 3rd down and 3 for the Red Lion Lions. Bunch of guys in white shirts there. Tyler Fulmore on the bottom of the stack along with Josh Zeroth.
Continue to see the Lions attack the heart of the defensive front for the Stangs. But we've seen a couple times Sam Emig, backup quarterback who gets his first start tonight, has made some good throws in those short patterns, some of those hook patterns, and he can be successful as long as he can get it past the reach of that defensive end, right. Skylar Bowman.
On 3rd and 3 now, Emig puts a man in motion. Now he goes back the other way, and they're going to hand it off, and on the run to the 40-yard line, and I think with a forward motion, he's going to get it. Yeah, he's out to the 42-yard line. Good hard running that time by, I guess that was Dylan Guerreri. It was kind of hard to pick it up, and he got it to the 42-yard line, so they needed 3, got 4, and it's 1st and 10 for the Red Lion Lions.
Talked about how it's going to be a physical, hard-nosed battle between two teams with identities like these squads, and there you see it, the resilience and the second effort to get first downs.
3 wide receivers on 1st down. Emig from the gun, 2 to the top of the formation, 1 to the near sidelines, go right to left in the second quarter. Emig takes the snap, hands it off, and straight up the middle they go. Guerreri, not much there this time, maybe a yard or so, give him 2 to the 44 before he is shoved back. Skylar Bowman on the bottom of that pile, and good defense by him that time. It's a gain of 2 to the 44. It'll be 2nd and 8.
talked about him before at guard. Nick Argento likes to finish blocks, and saw at the tail end of that play, he's trying to finish a block against defensive tackle number 88, Quan Marshall, 6'3", 226, who went limping off the field. Looks like he rolled his ankle.
So 2nd and 8 at the 44 for the Lions, tied at 7 with Southwestern, 5:05 left in the Broadway Trans second quarter. 3 wide receivers now, and Emig to throw. Fires it out. He's got his man out here. It is James Jackson across midfield. He is taken out of bounds there and by Carson Perry. And Noah Staub, he's to the 48 of Southwestern. I think they're going to mark him, looks like just short of that first down. It's right at the 48-yard line. No, it is a first down. So it is a first down, a gain of 8 on that completion from Emig to James Jackson. So that will move the sticks for Red Lion.
And there you see those short patterns. Emig throwing it on the money. That'll help loosen up this dang defense.
His second completion of the night. Puts Doherty in motion, takes the snap, gives it to Guerreri. Nothing there. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, dropped in the backfield. Tyler Fulmore is there. Corbin Byers is there. And also one of those big linemen, I think that was our friend Skylar Bowman. And they drop him back at the 49 for a loss of 1, 2nd down and 11.
Great example of reading your keys, staying at home, and good execution on defense. Good gap integrity. No room for the running back to get any yards, and the backup, number 73, Bubba Carball, who came in for Quan Marshall, did a good job there.
So 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line, and they're going to keep it, a keeper by Emig, and he faked it to Guerreri. Well played there. Didn't really fool guys, and Corbin Byers from his defensive end spot, along with Carson Perry, a 5'11", 150-pound junior linebacker, making the play. Gain of 1. It's 3rd down and 10.
We've seen that a couple times tonight where Emig keeps the ball in the play-action quarterback read, and hasn't been too successful tonight. Keep Emig in that pocket. I like these short passes to help loosen up this defense and give it to your studs at running back.
3:27 left in the first half. It's 7-7, Red Lion Southwestern. Lions 3rd and 10 at the Mustang 48. Emig puts Doherty in motion, takes the snap. Gonna throw, pressure comes, he rolls away, fires it, and was that a great catch at the sideline? And yes, the catch was made by James, was that Boyd Gillespie, who climbed the ladder and pulled it in at the 36-yard line. Gain of 12, kept the foot in and a first down.
Impressive play by backup quarterback Sam Emig on the run with a lot of pressure in his face, defensive end, number 13, Corbin Byers.
And there's I think a personal foul after the play on Southwestern, so that's going to move it from the 36 all the way down to the 21-yard line. Wow.
And that was DN Corbin Byers, and linebacker bringing the pressure, number 54, Mike Ferris. Emig with pressure in his face, able to get a good throw off on the run, and another first down for the Lions.
So the penalty walked off, and that moves it all the way down to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for Red Lion there, trying to take the lead. 3:13 left here in the first half, heading toward the Vito's Pizza halftime show. And a good Division I battle. Red Lion 3-2, 1-1 in the league. Southwestern 4-1 and 2-0, and it's a good game we expected. Emig working out of the pistol here, wide receiver each way. Keogh to his left. Takes the snap and hands it to Keogh. Keogh hit in the backfield, and he's going to go down for a loss of 1 for Alex Keogh. And in there making the hit that time, Skylar Bowman from the defensive end spot. He's having a very active defensive game.
It's like a slugfest watching these offensive and defensive fronts go against each other, just back and forth. And great job right there by the defensive front of the Mustangs, establishing a line of scrimmage on the Red Lion side of the ball.
A lot of beef up there for both of these teams, and Josh Sharoth 265, Bubba Carball in there now 270, the defensive tackle. So 2nd and 11 at the 22, and they give it straight ahead. Keogh, big hole this time at the 15. Keogh at the 10, and he's taken down by Brock Guyman. The ball came out, and Southwestern has it at their own 9-yard line. Keogh had the first down, a 13-yard gain. He was hit by Brock Guyman, and Southwestern able to dive on the ball at their own 8, and so on the turnover, they thwart the Red Lions scoring drive.
Opportunistic defense. The Mustangs get an interception earlier in the game, recover a fumble here, and they dodge a bullet.
Yeah, Red Lion was moving. They had a good drive underway, but the big turnover, and as our third turnover tonight in Southwestern now with 2:26 left in the half. They have 2 timeouts. We'll see what they try and do. They can throw the ball. Guyman coming in was 39 of 74 for 649 yards, and tonight he is 5 out of 8, so he can put it up, and he will here. Guyman from his own 2 fires it deep down the far sideline, going for Staub, and pretty good defense that time. And Red Lions coach is excited about the defense of their cornerback, Josh Donaldson, a 6 foot, 170-pound senior who was step for step with Staub, and it's incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Good defense by the secondary for Red Lion. Got to keep 4 eyes on Noah Staub, especially in this situation, not let him make a big play.
Staub 1 catch for 16 yards tonight, so 2nd and 10 from the Southwestern 8 after the fumble recovery. And the snap, they hand it straight ahead. A little bit of running room, breaking a tackle, and getting out to about the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 10 and a first down for Tyler Fulmore, a backup fullback, and he's a hard runner. His second carry tonight now has 12 yards and moves the sticks for Southwestern.
Fulmer is a good back and got a lot of extra experience whenever Robbie Harbison missed some time due to injury. You see it there, he's a gritty runner.
Guyman, play fake, gonna throw, steps up, now he's gonna run, cuts to the outside at the 20, the 25, the 30, 35, broke a tackle, the 40 down the near sideline and forced out of bounds. And Pat Doherty close to a late hit there, but no flag right at the 50-yard line. So Guyman with a big 32-yard run and a first down, and he got out of bounds to stop the clock. First down for Southwestern at midfield.
Great awareness by Guyman. He sees that defensive front for the Lions lose their gap integrity, finds some space and scampers for a big first down, gets out of bounds, and at midfield with 1:50 left, Southwest is marching.
All right, right at the midfield stripe here at Horn Field, going left to right. Play clock down to 7. As Guyman goes under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Harbison straight ahead, and powers his way forward for 1, and that is it. It's going to be 2nd and 9. See if Southwestern stops the clock. On the stop that time for Red Lion was Stephen Tierney, the defensive lineman, and no timeout taken yet. It's 2nd and 9, clock down to 1:30.
Yeah, not a big sense of urgency yet. A lot of confidence in this offense. We've heard about how explosive they have been all year. And let's see what they can do. They line up at the 49-yard line.
2nd down and 9, clock down to 1:12 now. And Guyman under center, puts a man in motion. It's Francis. And they're going to hand it off. And Fulmore down to the 44. Stop there, gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. And we'll see if they choose to stop it here. And now they do, I believe. Clock is stopped, and it is timeout taken by Southwestern. 59.8 seconds left when we come back. 3rd and 4 from the Red Lion 44. This timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets and the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Need new flooring? Buy it at the store voted best in York and recommended by more of your friends, Weckers Flooring Center. Here's why. Weckers has far more flooring in their warehouse than any home center, with prices on remnants and rolls that no one can match. For hardwood that lasts a lifetime and laminate that's good for your family, Weckers is your store. Plus, Weckers has their own installation crews, so you feel good about them in your home. Right now, ask about free carpet installation. Trust Weckers Flooring Center off the Route 30 Hellam exit.
Hi, this is Jesse Shea, head coach of the Red Lion Lions. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And we are back at Horn Field in Red Lion. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong here. It's 3rd down and 4. Southwestern at the Red Lion 44. We are tied at 7. 59 seconds left in the first half.
Southwest faces 3rd and 4. They got 1 timeout left. 59 seconds, as you mentioned. See if they try to get some plays towards the side. Well, they'll just try to get the first down here. they'll stop the clock. See if they go some plays on the sidelines after that to use the clock management.
Guyman out of the pistol, 3 wides, and he hands it off to Johnson. Johnson outside, breaking tackles. Up the middle he goes, breaks another tackle, still rumbling down to the 20-yard line. Mike Johnson, gain of 44, his 4th carry tonight. That's more than he had all year coming in, and he is at the Weckers Carpet red zone for Southwestern. 1st and 10 at the Lions 20.
There's an illustration of why there wasn't a sense of urgency as this clock ticks down. A lot of faith in this offense.
Francis comes to the near side, Staub to the top. Under center, they go straight ahead to Fulmore. Fulmore fighting hard, still running hard, diving down to the 11-yard line. And he'll mark it about the 12, gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 from there. And now Southwestern's going to have to take its final timeout with 34.5 seconds left. They do mark it at the 11, so it's a gain of 9. And it will be 2nd down and 1 with 34.5 seconds left after the TO, and that's all the timeouts for Southwestern.
So right now in the huddle, they're talking about, okay, we'll get a 1st down here, stop the clock, and start setting up some plays and what they want to accomplish after that. Will they run the ball? Will they take a couple shots in the air to save the clock and maybe wait for a field goal if they're not successful through the air? Be interesting to see what Damian Palucci wants to do with 34 seconds left on the clock, lined up at the 11-yard line.
And this made possible by the fumble inside the 10-yard line of Southwestern by Red Lion. Alex Keogh had made a nice run, gained 12 yards, and Brock Guyman hit him as he was going down. The ball came out, and Southwestern taking advantage of the turnover.
That's right. I talked about before the game that Southwest, the key to their game is to not shoot themselves in the foot, because on paper it looks like they should come out on top, but if you're the Red Lion, you really can't make mistakes if you're a slight underdog in this ball game, and see if Southwest can finish this drive.
It's 2nd and 1 at the Lions 11. Guyman under center. Brock takes the snap, fire in the fade to Staub in the end zone, and he went up, unable to bring it in right at the goal line. Donaldson on the coverage. He had to turn around to get that. Was expecting it over the one shoulder, went over the other shoulder, so it's incomplete, and it is 3rd down and 1.
Those are the kind of plays that I've been waiting to see Noah Staub make. Extremely tough catch to make as turns his body 180 degrees trying to bring it in with one hand.
Under center is Guyman on a keeper. He's going to move it forward, try and get that 1st down, and he does. Gets it down to the 9, inside the 9, maybe to the 8-yard line now, and Red Lion says they have the football. Haven't seen an official say that yet. They stopped the clock with 26.4 seconds left. It is Southwestern ball. Guyman picked up the 1st down, gained 2 inside the 9. They'll have to spike it here once they start the clock. Guyman under center, takes the snap, spikes it. So 23.6 seconds left. It'll be 2nd and goal. The ball is between the 8 and the 9-yard lines.
See if they stick with the run, as it's worked very well coming down so far, but with a weapon like Noah Staub on the outside, and really we've seen tight end Corbin Byers, he can make some plays, and the playmakers you have in the backfield, bringing them out of the backfield on a waggle pass out of this wing T look, a lot of options as you're at the 9-yard line for the Southwestern offense.
I don't know if they have time to run it, though, and get set again. 23.6 seconds left, but they're in a tight formation. Guyman under center puts Mike Johnson in motion, hands it to him. Johnson cuts up at the 5, at the 4, at the 3, fighting, goes down at about the 3-yard line, and the clock will run now. They have no timeouts, 15 seconds left. They'll have to spike it and try and get it in on 4th down now. The clock is under 10 as they set it and get it ready for play. Guyman under center, takes the snap, spikes it. 4.6 seconds left, so they will have time for one more play here before halftime with 4.6 seconds left, and the ball 4th and goal. They are at the 2-yard line.
They're going to bring on the kicking unit. Just try to punch it through for 3 and take a 3-point lead for halftime.
Well, West Nearinger has a 34-yard field goal this year for the Mustangs. This one will be really an extra point. It'll be from the 9, so a 19-yard field goal attempt for West Nearinger out of the hold of Noah Staub.
Great spot on the field to run a fake field goal.
Scotty Dickmeyer, the center. They put it down. They set it. The kick is there, and it got through. Didn't have a lot left, but it made it with 1.2 seconds left before halftime. West Nearinger, the 19-yard field goal is good. His 2nd field goal of the year. And with that, the Mustangs take the 10-7 lead. So off the turnover, the Mustangs able to cash in with 3 off the foot of West Sneeringer, and they take the 10-7 lead, and they'll have to kick it off. We'll have one more Fast Signs kickoff before we hit halftime. So it's been a good game and what turned out to be a beautiful night for high school football after the storms went through late this afternoon. By 5:30, it was cleared out here, and the sky, I think, is clear now with temperature around 60 degrees. And as we've said often, this is why they play high school football on Friday nights in the fall. So Southwestern will kick it. Let's get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap quickly.
Courtesy of a fumble, Southwest capitalizes, putting 3 points on the board after going 92 yards in 9 plays, 2 minutes 25 seconds with 1 tick left on the clock in the first half. Red Lions 7, Southwest 10.
And here's Sneeringer's kick, rolls it along the ground, and it's fielded at about the 35. And actually, I think Southwestern may have actually fallen on that, but that'll be the end of the half. So we have reached the Vito's Pizza halftime show. It's Southwestern 10, Red Lions 7. It's timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on GameTimePA.com and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
Frustrated with the returns or the lack thereof in the stock market? Are you tired of giving back the returns you do make whenever there's a downturn? Would you like to keep the returns you make and have them locked in annually? Learn more about protecting your retirement and investment dollars. Call Tom Dasher Investment Services, 717-246-3879 or 717-487-2096. If your mutual funds are underperforming or your CDs aren't returning what you'd like, contact Tom Dasher Investment Services, 246-3879 or 487-2096.
Which is better? Getting the perfect set, the perfect approach, and powering through the ball with the perfect hit? Or reading the hitter, moving to the ball, and making the perfect dig? Flying Feet knows the answer. It all depends on which side of the net you're on. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes is Central PA's home court for volleyball, featuring the names that know the game, including Asics and Mizuno. Flying Feet offers volleyball spandex and shorts and the best selection of knee pads around. Flying Feet is also your active ankle connection, the same active ankle braces chosen by coaches and players at the college level. And because volleyball isn't just for the gym, Flying Feet carries a great selection of indoor and outdoor balls for working it out on the beach or in the backyard. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, the sportswear specialty store without specialty store prices. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
Core Design Group, a local architectural and structural engineering firm, is celebrating 10 years of serving its partners in York County and beyond. Core specializes in commercial, healthcare, houses of worship, industrial, higher education, and residential. For more information, visit our new website at www.core-designgroup.com or call 717-741-2046.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we're back at Horn Field in Red Lion. Ron Ruman, Gareth Isong with you. A beautiful night for high school football and a good game at halftime. The Vito's Pizza halftime show at Southwestern 10 and Red Lion 7. Let's get our first half scoring recap from Yorktown Roofing and Siding.
After recovering a fumble on defense, Red Lion capitalized on their third possession tonight. Got the ball on the 6-yard line, and they go 2 plays, 57 seconds, 93-yard touchdown run. Alex Keogh, his fifth touchdown of the year, and that was with 19 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. Red Lion took the lead 7, Southwest 0. Southwest answered on their third possession, going 9 plays, 73 yards, 3 minutes, 34 seconds, finished with a 10-yard touchdown run. Third touchdown for Robbie Harbison on the year, and 7 minutes, 38 seconds left in the first half. That tied the ball game at 7. Southwest, after recovering a fumble, able to go 92 yards and finished with a Wes Sneeringer 19-yard field goal. His second field goal of the year gives us our halftime score. Southwest 10, Red Lions 7.
All right, and that scoring recap courtesy of Yorktown Roofing and Siding. A big Division I game. Southwestern 4-1, 2-0 in the league. Red Lion 3-2 and 1-1. Take a break, come back. We'll have our halftime stats courtesy of Kochman Kunkel Insurance after this on Sports Radio 1350 and Game Time PA, the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Kochman & Kunkel Insurance Group, part of the Keystone Insurers Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies. Plus health, life, and all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at KIGYork.com. Kochman & Kunkel Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports. Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or our new location, 1399 South Queen Street at 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they help me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Back at Horn Field as the Mustang Marching Band performs for the fans here. We have a good one in the Division I battle. Southwestern 10, Red Lion 7. Our halftime stats now courtesy of your Kochman Kunkel Insurance Agency. For the Red Lion Lions on the ground, Alex Keough, 5 carries, 110 yards, and a touchdown. That a 93-yard scamper for Alex. Pat Doherty, 1 carry for 3 yards. Sam Emig, 2 carries for 2. And Dylan Guerreri, 9 carries, 36 yards. The Lions 17 carries and 151 yards on the ground in the first half tonight. Through the air, Sam Emig is 3 out of 5 for 31 yards. He does have 1 interception. Kendrick Boyd Gillespie, 2 catches for 23 yards. James Jackson, 1 catch for 8 yards. The Lions 182 yards of total offense in the first half. For Southwestern, a lot of guys carrying the football, as is their want usually. Robbie Harbison, 6 carries, 50 yards in the first half and a 10-yard touchdown run. Zach Hughes, 3 carries, 10 yards. Jeff Green, 1 carry for 3 yards. Brock Guyman, 3 carries, 39 yards. Tyler Fulmore, 4 for 27. Miles Francis, 2 for 6. And Mike Johnson, 5 carries for 49 yards. So Southwestern on the ground, 24 carries and 184 yards in the first half. Brock Guyman through the air is 5 of 11 for 63 yards. Jeff Green has 2 catches for 16 yards. Noah Staub, 1 for 16. Matt Smolkow, 1 for 31. And Miles Francis, 1 for 0. 247 total yards for the Mustangs tonight. And that is your halftime stats brought to you by the Kochman Kunkel Insurance Agency. As the Southwestern Band performs, let's listen to them a little bit, and we'll come back in a few minutes with more of our Vito's Pizza halftime show.
What do John Yachty, Jacob Yachty, Austin Tillitz, and Kelly Ryan and Morgan Klunk have in common? Besides being basketball players, 2,000-point scorers, all-state athletes, or state champions, they all trained with John Kirchner at Unique Physique. John guarantees that he will increase your vertical jump, increase your strength, quickness, and get you ready for the upcoming season. Coaches, get your team ready with plyometrics, and John will even come to your gym to get your team ready. Players and coaches, call John Kirchner at Unique Physique at 755-2639 for details.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Keep up to date on Penn State football throughout the season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. I'm Ron Ruman, and I've been covering the Nittany Lions since the 70s. Tune in weekdays all season long to get the latest from Coach James Franklin and the players. Penn State updates are brought to you by your neighborhood family markets, Nell's, Sobel's, Wetzel's, and New Oxford, Penn State York, and financial advisor Dave Sprinkle. Stay up to date on Penn State on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY, and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to historic Horn Field, home of the Red Lion Lions, and the Vito's Pizza halftime show. And a scoreboard update brought to you by York Tradition Bank. At the half, Biglerville on top of DeLone Catholic, 14-6. Central leads New Oxford 14-6. Eastern 14. Gettysburg 3. Big Spring 10. Northern York 7. Bermudian 20. York Tech 0. Suburban 26. Susquehannock 0. York Catholic 21. Littlestown 14. Still in the second quarter, Hanover 32. Fairfield 6. Spring Grove 14. William Penn 6. Lower Dauphin 28. Redland 0. Knotted at 0 at Northeastern. Dallastown still in the second quarter. Some good matchups around the league so far.
Yeah, wow, I'll tell you what, and that is Suburban. I mean, this is Susquehannock is a team that played Northeastern tough. They gave them a battle, and so Suburban up on Susquehannock 26-0 at the half. That is pretty impressive. And York Catholic was down early. They're up now on Littlestown. That's a big game for the Irish as well. They're going to stay in the hunt at all for Division III. I'm a little surprised that the Spring Grove game is that close, 14-6. The Rockets leading winless York High in the second quarter. And the big one, Northeastern Dallastown, no score in the second quarter. That's huge. That's
Northeastern trying to make a statement.
Yeah, they are 5-0, as is Dallastown. And Kennerdale now is taking a 7-0 lead over Dover in the first quarter. That game just started at 8 o'clock. The Eagles need a win. They are 3-2 if they want to stay in contention. So we will keep you posted on a lot of interesting games around the league tonight, and none more so than ours. 10-7 Southwestern leading Redline here at the half on the Vito's Pizza halftime show. That was our halftime scoreboard show brought to you by York Traditions Bank. We'll take a break, come back at the coaches pep talk from Penn State York after this on the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
My name is Bob Innerst. I've been a York Traditions Bank customer since 2008. One of the things that I like about York Traditions Bank is that I know everyone is right here in the York area and everybody's local and the decisions are made, right here at the bank. So I feel very comfortable if I need a loan or if I have a question about anything, I'm going to get the answer from the people right here. Because we live here too means that they share a lot of the same concerns that I do. I know that they give back to the local community. It really makes a difference. They're invested here, and that's important to me. I now tend to measure other businesses that I deal with the level of service that I get at York Traditions Bank. I feel that York Traditions Bank never takes my business for granted. I highly recommend York Traditions Bank to anyone.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Tailgating or planning football parties? Get the party started with great products from Best Yet at your neighborhood markets. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet rolls, Best Yet 12 packs of soda with a Best Yet Rising Crust pizza, and know that Best Yet products have been trusted and valued by families since 1893 with a quality that is backed by a double your money back guarantee at Nels, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's Enola, and New Oxford.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And welcome back to Hornfield and Red Lion. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you. It is halftime here. This is the Vito's Pizza halftime show and a good Division I game. Southwestern leading Red Lion 10-7. By the way, next week we're not sure yet. We are going to see what happens tonight, and we'll let you know. So stay tuned to Sports Radio 1350 and to our website, 1350WOYK1350.com. We'll let you know where we'll be. We've got a couple of ones to pick from. We'll see what happens tonight with some of these other games, and then we'll figure that all out as the teams are making their way back toward the field here. And let's get our Penn State York coaches pep talk now. Let's first of all get inside the Red Lion Lions locker room and Coach Jesse Shea.
Got to finish on offense. Eliminate the turnovers. Shoot ourselves in the foot on defense. Got to wrap up all the ball carriers that come at you from the Stang stable and execute on both sides of the ball. Limit mistakes, and we can still come out on top in this game.
Yeah, I mean, there have been mistakes. There have been missed tackles, turnovers, so yeah, absolutely right. So let's turn it over to Damian Palucci and the Southwestern Mustangs on the road here tonight. And, this is a big game. Anytime you can go on the road, get a win in division, they're up by 3 right now.
Keep the foot on the gas pedal. Or I guess for the Mustangs, it's keep hitting the horse with the spur, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Keep executing on offense and put some more points up on this board, and they'll be okay on defense as long as they keep making tackles and read their keys and stay at home. They played disciplined defense all night and capitalize on turnovers. But if they can keep executing on offense, Southwest will be all right.
All right, and that is our Penn State York coaches pep talk here. Brought to you by, of course, Penn State York, as they are still not wound that three-minute stretching clock here to get ready for the second half. Our third quarter is always brought to you by Maple Donuts. Both teams have returned to the field here. Got a little bit of the Southwestern Marching Mustang Band at halftime, so glad to do that. Don't forget, Wayne McCullough, the coach, gets your sports weekend started tomorrow morning. A Central PA game day at 9 o'clock, 9 to 11. We'll wrap up all the Friday night action and get you ready for your sports weekend. We are going to take a break, as always brought to you by your neighborhood family markets, and we'll have the Fast Signs opening kickoff for the Maple Donuts third quarter. After this, it's Southwestern 10, Red Lion 7 on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
If you're a high school junior or senior or adult interested in attending Penn State, don't miss the Penn State York Open House, October 24th, 9 to 2 at the Pullo Center. Learn about the admissions process, financial aid options, meet faculty and students, and tour the campus. Explore our 10 four-year degree programs offered at York, including new BS in Biology and BA and BS in Psychology, and learn about Penn State's 2+2 program. Start at York and finish your degree at another Penn State campus. Call 771-4040 or register online at york.psu.edu/open house.
Not only can you feel it in the air, you can hear it. High school football. Charlie and everyone at Maple Donuts salutes this year's high school players, cheerleaders, coaches, band members, and assistants across the county. You make fall fun. When kickoff rolls around, there's nothing better than pre-game tailgating at the stadium. With your Maple Donuts, of course. Kids of every age love Maple Donuts 58 varieties, especially on a crisp fall game day. Charlie's Donut Squad is working hard every day to make sure you head over to the high school with your favorite lineup. Jelly-filled, glazed, pumpkin, chocolate peanut butter, and brewing up some of that famous fresh Maple Donuts coffee. So what's the game plan, high school football fans? Just make sure you show up with a big orange box filled with Maple Donuts. Because I don't care who you're rooting for, it's a winner every time.
Maple Donuts taste right. Create tasty bread. Anytime, day or night. For appetite delight. Maple Donuts taste right.
Brown's Orchards and Farm Market in Loganville was built on teamwork, commitment, and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's Catering your tailgating headquarters for barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville to celebrate the big win. Brown'sOrchards.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And back at Hornfield and Red Lion, Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong as we get ready to start the second half with Southwestern leading Red Lion 10-7. And the Mustangs will get the second half kickoff. They'll move left to right. Miles Francis is deep and Sam Memming will boot it.
See if Francis, a nice return here. Seen him touch the ball a couple times. And small showcase of his athletic ability and how quick his quick burst can be. See if he makes something happen here on this kickoff to open up the third quarter.
And Emming approaches it, and the Fast Signs kickoff is there. It's the high, deep kick into the corner, and Francis is going to let it go into the end zone for a touchback. So good job by Emming of kicking it away from Francis and negating that return possibility, and the Mustangs will start 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Surely imagine we'll see a heavy emphasis on the running game coming out in the third quarter. Mustangs lead 10-7 over the Lions, and the plethora of running backs.
Yeah.
I don't know how many guys they have carried the ball so far this game. A lot of talent in this backfield.
Yeah, seven people have run the football for Southwestern in the first half. Green and Staub come to the near side wide as the Stangs go left to right here. Split backs behind Guyman. They hand it off to Zach Hughes. Hughes, a little hole off the left side. Closed quickly. Got out to about the 21 or 22 yard line before he is snowed under by a bunch of guys in black shirts there. And it's a gain of 1, I think, to the 21 yard line as Boyd Gillespie up to help on the stop there for Red Lion, 2nd and 9.
Really a great matchup we see here tonight. Teams are similar sizes. All the stats are the same after the first half. Very close with first downs, third downs, number of plays, turnovers.
Guyman under center on 2nd and 9, hands it off to one of the halfbacks here, and it is Hughes, and the ball came out, but I think Southwestern got it. Hughes spun his way out to the 26-yard line before he was stopped there by Pat Doherty, who's made a lot of tackles tonight, and Josh Donaldson. So it's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Southwestern Mustangs.
Great effort by linebacker for the Lions, number 1, Brooks Argento, 6'2", 195-pound senior. He's got big Skylar Bowman hanging on him with the block, and he's able to get an arm out there to slow down the ball carrier, allows the Lion defense to come corral the ball carrier.
3rd and 4 now at the 26. Guyman goes under center. And he looks to throw to Staub, fires it a quick out there. Staub has it, and he spun away from the first tackle by Donaldson and got out to the 34-yard line. So he got what he needed for that first down, a gain of 8, and they moved the sticks.
Got to be a great feeling for a quarterback to see a guy of 6'3", 200 pounds as a target on the perimeter and get a good first down here on the first drive of the second half.
Staub's second catch tonight, 24 yards receiving, came in with 16 for 355, and he goes to the top of the formation now on 1st and 10 at the 34, and they hand it out to Francis. Francis quickly into the secondary. Boy, you saw a lot of quickness there. He gallops out to the 45-yard line before Doherty brings him down, but those 11 yards, Gareth, were covered in a hurry.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a misdirection play, just enough to keep this defense on their heels for a split second. And there you see the athletic ability of Francis. You pause for a second, give him a lane. Like you said, 11 yards, covered quickly.
3 carries, 17 yards for Francis tonight. 1st and 10, the 45. They hand it off the fullback. That is Harbison, breaks one tackle and ping-pongs his way down to about the 47-yard line. Cole Snyder, the cornerback on the stop, 5'11", 165-pound senior. Harbison picked up 8, though, to the 47 of Redline. It'll be 2nd and 2.
I think I figured out why I think Harbison looks like he's going to break it every time. He's got great vision, the way he navigates through open lanes and through the defense. Keeps himself away from the tacklers and forces a lot of arm tackles. Very talented running back.
2nd and 2 now. The Mustangs at the line, 47. Opening drive of the second half. They hand it off to, there's a flag, flies, Hughes. Zach Hughes dove down to the 42. Would have a first down, but that's in the area where it is often a hold. And the referee will give us this call here in just a moment. All right, that is a 10-yard penalty. And it was a hold on Southwestern, and they move it back to the Mustang 44-yard line. From there, it will be 2nd down and 11.
I mentioned before, a clean game so far. Only 3 penalties in this ball game, 2 for Southwestern, 1 against Redline. This will be the 3rd against Southwest. Tells you how great these coaches are in getting their guys to execute and play clean football.
Yep. 2nd and 11 at the Mustang 44. Guyman under center, and they hand it off and hand it back to Miles Francis. Broke a couple tackles and spins his way down to the red line 46, so he got 10. That was a handoff to Jeff Green, who handed it back to Miles Francis going the other way, and it works for 10, and it's 3rd down and 1.
And we saw them get a first down on a very similar play where quarterback Guyman faked the original handoff, but there he hands it off in a double handoff. Nice play.
Quick snap, and Brock Guyman on the quarterback sneak moves it forward 2 yards to the 44, 1st down and 10. So the Mustangs move the sticks here as they try to build on this 10-7 lead with 8:22 left in the Maple Donuts 3rd quarter.
We've seen this multiple times from this explosive offense of the Mustangs. They just do a great job of giving you different runs to the right and the left and hit you from different areas, take the ball out to the perimeter. Tough to know where the ball is going to hit next.
Tight formation, Brock Guyman under center, hands it off to Francis. Francis off the left side, dives down to about the 41. He'll pick up 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7 from there. Pretty well defensed by the Red Lion Lions that time.
There's a guy that looks like he could break it at any moment. Get a nice convoy out in front of him, and explosive, quick cuts.
Yep. Francis, 5 carries tonight now, 30 yards. And 2nd and 7 for Southwestern at the red line, 41. 7:30 left in the Maple Donuts 3rd. The Mustangs up by 3. 2 wide receivers near side. Brock Guyman, play fake, rolling to his right, looking to throw, under pressure, runs away from it at the 40, gets a block inside the 40 and steps out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. There's going to be a late hit by Nick Argento, I believe, as Guyman was several steps out of bounds. He got to the 32 on the run, which will be a gain of 9, and then I think they're going to tack on a personal foul for the late hit afterwards, and the referee tells us that is indeed what it is. So that's going to move, and they mark it at the 32, so it was a gain of 9, and that's going to move it into the Weckers Carpet red zone, 1st and 10 for the Southwestern Mustangs.
Great awareness and ability by Guyman making something out of nothing. He had some guys open downfield, but the pressure from defensive end, Kyson Mitchell, was not able to get the pass off and able to make a nice run and accumulate the penalty as well. Sets them up at 17-yard line, knocking on the door.
Guyman hands it off to a running back on the left side. This is another guy I haven't seen carry it. He's going to be into the end zone on a 17-yard touchdown run, and that is Nigel Williams. Nigel Williams' first carry of the night, and he takes it 17 yards to pay dirt, and Southwestern extends its lead to 16-7.
Talk about a mismatch. You had the pulling offensive lineman, Austin Rusing, 6'1", 282 pounds, going up against the defensive back, Cole Snyder, 165 pounds. Whoa.
And the extra point from West Sneeringer is good. So 7:10 remaining in the Maple Donuts third quarter. Southwestern extends the lead. It is now Mustang 17, Red Lion Lions 7. This timeout brought to you by your neighborhood family markets on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on GameTimePA.com and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
When you need a haircut, where do you go? If you need a hair replacement, who's the expert? When barbers need a haircut, where do they go? The answer is Iaconos, of course, the most interesting barbers in York. Don't normally get a shave? Go to Iaconos, they'll take care of you. Need a facial? That's right, Iaconos is the place to get it done. Iaconos, the most interesting barbers in York. They do it all. For an appointment, call 854-8258. That's 854-8258.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, Nigel Williams explodes for 17 yards and a touchdown on his first carry tonight. He came in with 21 carries, 188 yards, though, and 2 touchdowns. So 8 guys have run the ball for Southwestern tonight, and they lead at 17-7 as we approach a fast signs kickoff here from West Sneeringer. And he puts the foot to it, and that's a short kick, hits it about the 33, picked up by one of the up men for Red Lion, and he returns it just to the 26-yard line. So 1st and 10 from there for the Red Lion Lions, and now let's get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Good methodical drive on the first possession of the second half for the Stangs. 8 plays, 80 yards. It takes them just under 5 minutes to get in the end zone. A 17-yard touchdown scamper from Nigel Williams. Southwest 17, Red Lion 7.
All right, see if the Lions decide to try and go to the air a little bit more. Emig 3 of 5 for 31 yards in the first half. He's the backup quarterback. Dalton Grove out tonight, was ejected from the Northeastern game, and the PIAA, you're booted from one game, you must sit out the next game as well. Emig in the gun. Wide receiver each way, puts the far man in motion and hands it off to him. And that is Keogh. Alex Keogh spins his way to the 29-yard line. So he'll pick up about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 there. And a stop made by linebacker Mike Faraci, a 5'9", 227-pound senior. He's their leading tackler at 9 tackles a game for the Mustangs. 2nd and 7 for Red Lion.
Just a real enjoyable, fun game to watch. Both teams execute so well. Guys are staying at home on defense, holding their ground. Good blocks by the offense, fighting for every inch here tonight.
Emig out of the pistol now, puts Keogh in motion and fakes it to him. Now gives it to Guerreri. Dylan Guerreri dives across the 30 to the 32-yard line. He'll pick up about 3, and from there it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Red Lion Lions. Josh Zeroth, the 265-pound senior defensive tackle, on the stop.
Now keep going back to it to loosen up this defense. Go with those short passes. We've seen Emig be very successful with that, throwing the perimeter on these short throws.
Well, Noah Staub has a pick tonight, his 3rd of the season for Southwestern, and he is over here with Kendrick Boyd Gillespie, the leading receiver for Red Lion. And there's movement as I think Skylar Bowman jumped offside. The Red Lion lineman went from a 2-point to a 3-point stance, and when they did that, he jumped. But we'll see if they're going to step this off against Red Lion. No, they're going to turn around now. I thought that was clearly on Southwestern. And Damian Palucci is saying the Red Lion drew him off, but they were just going from a 2-point to a 3-point stance from what I saw, and that'll be a 1st down. They move it out to the 42-yard or to the 38-yard line. That should be a 1st and 10 for the Red Lion Lions.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Emig had some kind of a cadence he might have said during There's a lot of movement on that Mustang front.
So it's first down, Red Lion on the penalty at their own 37-yard line. They trail 17-7, 5:30 left in the Maple Donuts third quarter. Keogh in motion away from us. Take it to him, give it to Dylan Guerreri. Hole on the right side. Guerreri spins across the 40 to the 42, and then he is hit and spun back by Josh Saroth and big old Bubba Carbaugh at 6'3", 270. He's a junior. And Dylan's forward progress is to the 42. It'll be 2nd and 5 from there.
Bubba Carbaugh being disruptive in the backfield.
A great name for a defensive tackle.
It really is. It's fun to say.
2nd and 5 at the Red Lion 42 now. 5 minutes exactly in the Maple Donuts third, and the Mustangs by 10.
Guerreri is a tough running back.
Yes, he is. Not a big guy at 5'6" and $170. Emig working out of the pistol now, puts Keogh in motion toward us and gives it to him. Keogh hit right at the line of scrimmage, spins forward for about 2, but that was well defensed again by Josh Saroth, the defensive tackle, who's having a nice game tonight. Gain of about a yard to the 43, and it's going to be 3rd and 4 from there.
Continue to see a great job for this Mustang defense. These guys holding their ground, forcing the Lions to fight for every yard.
Yep. So 3rd and 4, big play for Red Lion. They're down 10 as we get toward the latter stages of the third quarter here. And Emig puts Keogh in motion again. And the ball is dropped in the backfield. It was picked up on the bounce by Guerreri, but that slowed everything up, and he goes down at the line of scrimmage. So no gain. It's going to be 4th down and 4 and a Fink's Garage punt for the Red Lion Lions.
Really hope that this offense is not deflated after their first possession. They get a first down after a penalty and forced to punt. You're going to have a big showing from this Lions defense.
Emig gets the snap. The left-footed boot is away. Francis is deep. He'll settle under a good high kick at his own 18. Cuts up the far hash. Nice special teams tackle for Red Lion. Hustling down there, Paul Jones, a junior backup defensive back, and he brought down the elusive Miles Francis with a nice open field tackle. And Southwestern will have it 1st and 10 at the Mustangs 24, and they lead it 17-7.
We saw a great drive. The offensive Southwest on their last possession, 8 plays, 80 yards, taking just under 5 minutes off the clock. You got to think if they do that on this drive, they're going to take complete control of this ball game. They're already up 10 points and just really feel the momentum going towards the Mustangs.
Brock Guyman will work out of the gun now. He's got 3 wide receivers, 2 near, 1 top, hands it off instead to Mike Johnson. Johnson looking for a block, got it from Carbaugh, breaks into the secondary and is out to about the 39-yard line before he is brought down way downfield by one of the defensive linemen hustling out there to make that tackle, but it's to the 38-yard line. And so that's a gain of 14 and a first down for the Mustangs.
A lot of these misdirection plays you see from the Mustang offense, not only do you know where the ball is going to hit, you don't know who's going to carry it.
No. So it's first down at the 43. 8 different players have carried the ball tonight for Southwestern. Brock Guyman is under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Miles Francis off the left side, and he's across the 40 and stretches it to the 42-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 for Red Lion, and Pat Doherty again from his linebacker spot on the stop. 2nd down and 6.
And with these plays going back and forth, hitting all sides, we've seen anytime Southwest goes to the passing game, the play-action passing game, it's been wide open. There's a lot of opportunities to open it up if they need to do that.
Staub is down here with Francis, and Josh Donaldson's out here on Staub. 2nd and 6, but they hand it off now to Fulmore. Fulmore makes a spin move and gets the first down, runs hard. Doherty again on the stop, but down at the 46-yard line of Red Lion. So that's going to be a gain of 10 for Tyler Fulmore and a first down for the Southwestern Mustangs.
Starting to see the Mustangs establish themselves on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Talked about how stingy they are on defense, not letting up, not giving up any ground, and You've seen it on the last drive, and you're seeing it now. This offensive line is starting to dominate as well.
Yep, 2:05 left in the Maple Donuts third. Southwestern up by 10, looking to build for more. They may have to take a timeout here. This play clock down to 5. They hustle up to the line. Guyman under center, and he is going to have to take a timeout, or they were going to get a penalty. 1:56 left in the third. Southwestern 17, Red Lions 7. A timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Has the recent road construction on Market Street or Route 30 in York bothered you? Well, it's for sure that it's bothered the steering and suspension on your vehicle. At Fink's Garage, we've been straightening cars out for nearly 90 years. Call and let us align your car. Fink's Garage, a Napa Auto Care Center. 717-854-5175. That's 717-854-5175. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And back at Hornfield and Red Lion, Ron Room and Gareth Hissong, 17-7, Southwestern leading Red Lion. 1st and 10 for the Stangs at the Red Lion 46. Scattered Browns, Orchards, and Farm Market scoreboard update. Other key games around the league. Eastern looking to get to 4-2. They're up on Gettysburg, 21-3 in the third. York Catholic looking for its second win, leading Littlestown 28-14 in the third. Biglerville up on own, 14-6 in the third. Get you more scores in a moment. Brock Guyman under center, takes the snap, delayed handoff, looking to run wide as Francis breaks one tackle, but that's Nigel Williams. Cannot break the second as he is brought down by Cole Snyder, the cornerback. Good tackle by Snyder. Williams goes down for a 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
That's a big, much-needed boost for this defense of the Lions. Before that play, Southwest has been gashing this defense. Go back to the last drive and this drive for the last 11 plays.
Another quick score, Suburban making a statement. They lead Susquehannock 33-0 in the third as Suburban looking to stay in that Division II race. Brock Guyman, play fake on 2nd and long, looking to throw, fires it for Hughes, overshot him, had him between defenders. There's Zach Hughes, tough throw as Guyman was rolling to his left and had to make the right-handed throw. It's too high and it's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 for Southwestern at the Red Lion 49. Other scores, Central looking for its second win, leading New Oxford at the half 14-6. Hanover trying to stay unbeaten. The Nighthawks look like they're going to do it. They're up on Fairfield 32-6 at the half. Spring Grove trying to get to 500. They lead York High 34-12 at the half. And the big battle up the road here, the unbeatens in the second quarter. Northeastern 3, Dallastown nothing. Keep you abreast of that. And Dover 14, Kennerdale 7 in the second. 3rd and 13, Southwestern at the Red Line 49. Guyman drops to throw, fires it, and overshot his man by about 5 yards, and that was Mike Johnson on a little fly pattern. Good coverage by Donaldson. It's incomplete, 4th down, and a Fink's Garage punt.
Southwest lines their star receiver, Noah Staub, to the wide side of the field where he could make a big play. They bring him through the middle, try to get a wheel route out there to trick the defense. Ball way overthrown by Guyman.
And so that was a big stop, I think, for the Red Lion defense. They needed that one.
Really was.
Guyman to kick it now, and Boyd Gillespie is deep for Red Lion. Guyman gets it away, and Gillespie will settle under it at the 10. Looking to make something happen, comes to the near side to 15 and gets out to the 18. Good special teams coverage, and hustling down there to make the stop is the guy whose name we've called tonight, Carson Perry, a junior on special teams. So Red Lion will have it 1st and 10 at their own 18 with 56 seconds left in the Maple Donuts third. The Lions are down by 10.
You saw a short possession last time by the Lions, got a 1st down because of the penalty and then went 3 and out. And just like that was a big stop for them, this is a big possession for them on offense. They got to get something going, at least to help the field position battle.
Send wide receiver Taylor Uberte to the top of the formation. Everybody else in tight, and Sam Emig will work out of this pistol. Takes the snap, they run a little option. Emig keeps it, has a big hole up the middle, across the 20, out to the 24-yard line before he is turned back. That's a gain of about 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 from there.
We haven't seen much of that recently for this offense. Able to create more separation, more space in the running lanes for this offense. Up until now, Southwest has done an incredible job of not giving up any running lanes.
On 2nd down and 6 now, last 30 seconds of the third quarter. Red Lion at its own 24-yard line, and they trail the Mustangs by 10. 3 wide receivers set. Emig out of the gun. Puts Doherty in motion. Fake it. Little bubble screen out here, and it was dropped by James Jackson. Pretty well defensed, though. Smolko and Byers both there for Southwestern. It's incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Those are the kind of mistakes that'll continue to thwart your offense. Drops, shooting yourself in the foot. As Jackson had 2 hands on it, thinking about making a move, trying to get a 1st down. Drops the ball, sets up a 3rd and 4 for the Lions.
So the Lions come out now with a couple of wide receivers. Well, 3 actually, 2 to the top, 1 to the near side here. Emig sets him. Takes the snap out of the gun, going to throw. Quick out here for Boyd Gillespie, makes the catch at the 30, turns upfield at the 40, and is tackled from behind by Carson Perry. Good hustle on his part, but they're out to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 23 and a 1st down with 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
A nice acrobatic catch over the shoulder as defender Noah Staub gets tangled up in Giuseppe's feet, goes down. Giuseppe able to gather himself, catch it over the shoulder, and get a nice gain for the Lions offense, and they're up to the 47-yard line.
And that is the end of the Maple Donuts 3rd quarter. We've played 3 at Southwestern 17, Red Lions 7. The York Mitsubishi 4th quarter comes your way next on the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Yorktown Roofing and Siding, locally owned and operated since 1992. The premier building materials distributor in Central PA. Distributors of roofing and siding, windows and doors, decking and railing, seamless gutter and gutter guard, and cabinets and vanities. Both wholesale and retail. Located at 261 Northeast Street in York. Online at YorktownRoofingandSiding.com or call 845-9447 or toll free at 1-800-457-3943.
Hi, this is Jesse Shea, head coach of the Red Lion Lions. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And out of the quarter break here, a screen pass set up to Alex Keogh. Looked like it was going to develop, but he ended up only getting 1 yard to the 48, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
That's right, as we switch sides of the field to open up the 4th quarter. Lions moving from our left to right, run that screen play. Keogh cuts back across the field. Great job by the team swarming defense of the Stangs.
Red Lion down by 10. Need a score here as we start the York Mitsubishi 4th. Emig rolling right, looking to throw, fires it, and it was picked off by Miles Francis. He jumped around, anticipated at the 40 of Red Lion, the 35-30, still on his feet and stumbled across the 25. But it's going to be Southwestern football, and a great play by Miles Francis as he anticipated that pass, stepped in front of the receiver at the last minute, made the pick, and it is down to the Lions' 21-yard line. But there is a flag on the field, but it's after the interception, so whatever happens, it's still going to be Southwestern football.
There we see some of that explosion out of Francis as he jumps the route and takes the ball from the receiver.
Yep. That is a holding penalty against Southwestern, but again, it's after the pick, so it is going to be Southwestern football. It'll move it back from where the flag was at the 29 out to the 39 of Red Lion, but well, actually make it the 40-yard line. But that was tough because Red Lion was having a nice little drive put together, down by 10. They score here. It's a game, but now Southwestern in position to put this thing away with a score with 11:06 left.
Told you he's going to be an exciting football player to watch, and he's proved it tonight, especially the second half.
That was really a great anticipation as Emig rolled right, fired it on a down and out, and Francis able to make that anticipation and get the pick. Guyman hands it off to Mike Johnson. Johnson makes a cut up the right side. He's into the secondary at the 30, the 25, breaks another tackle inside the 10. Johnson rumbles and he is in. No, they're going to mark him down just shy of the goal line on a heck of a run by Mike Johnson of 39 yards down to the 1-yard line. First and goal from there for the Southwestern Mustangs.
Supreme effort, getting yards downfield, breaking tackles just shy of the goal line.
Wow. Explosive run by Johnson, who again coming into tonight had only carried the ball 3 times, but that's his 7th carry tonight, and he is approaching 100 yards. And a flag flies from the referee, and may have a bad formation or too many guys.
12 guys on the field for Southwest.
Substitution violation, 12 men on the field for the offense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And there you go. That moves it back to the 6, but 10:44 left in the game, and Southwestern up 17-7, and the Mustangs in the Weckers Carpet red zone here, threatening to score. And it's not over certainly, but with Red Lion only having 1 touchdown tonight, they go down 24-7 here. That's a big hill to climb.
I thought they might just be counting Skylar Bowman as 2 guys, but there was actually 12 guys on the field. And see if Southwest can milk the clock a little bit more here.
And they give it to Harbison. Harbison off the right side to the 5, and his legs are taken out from under him there. Good tackle that time by the cornerback, Cole Snyder. It's a gain of 1 for Harbison, and it's 2nd down and goal from there. A couple of those guys, Bubba Carbach could be counted as 2 guys as well.
Yeah, I just kind of looked down and picked someone on that front line. There's a couple of guys you could say that about.
No kidding. There's some beef up there. Rusing, 280. Dick Meyer, the center, 290. Bowman, 268. Carbach, 270. These guys will be getting some quarter pounders on the way home. 2nd and goal from the 5. Straight ahead they go with Fulmore. Tyler Fulmore is near the goal line, but no signal that he is in. Nope, he stopped inside the 1, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from there, and Southwestern hustling to set up and see if they can quickly get it in. Under center is Guyman. Whistled into play, and Guyman's going to roll to his right, looking to run it in, puts his head down and powers his way into the end zone. Brock Guyman looked like he might be stopped at the 2 or the 3, but he powered forward, the 6'1", 190-pound senior quarterback, and with 9:31 left in the game, Southwestern is up by 16.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of success from Guyman on the ground tonight, but you put someone close to that goal line, there's a little extra effort. Great job by Guyman breaking the goal line, getting a touchdown.
So the Mustangs looking to go 5-1 on the year and stay perfect in league play. Wes Sneeringer is on for the PAT. That kick is up. It is through. 9:31 left in the York Mitsubishi 4th. Southwestern 24, Red Lion 7. This timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Need new flooring? Buy it at the store voted best in York and recommended by more of your friends, Weckers Flooring Center. Here's why. Weckers has far more flooring in their warehouse than any home center, with prices on remnants and rolls that no one can match. For hardwood that lasts a lifetime and laminate that's good for your family, Weckers is your store. Plus, Weckers has their own installation crews, so you feel good about them in your home. Right now, ask about free carpet installation. Trust Weckers Flooring Center off the Route 30 Hellam exit.
Hi, this is Damian Palucci, head coach of the Southwestern Mustangs. You're listening to High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And Southwestern in command of this game now, 24-7 with 9:31 left. We have a fast signs kickoff coming from Wes Sneeringer. He approaches the ball and boots it. It's a short one. Caught on the run by one of the up men. Oh, as he plastered, that was Jones. And down there making the hit for Southwestern is Cole Stremmel, a 5'11", 163-pound sophomore. And he's trying to impress some of the coaches there, and that was a good stick. Red Lion 1st and 10, its own 39.
That was a violent collision. Continues to add the momentum for this Mustang team. This has been all Stangs this second half.
All right, Red Lion desperation time here, 9.5 left, and they are down by 3 scores. So Emig probably going to have to throw. He's got 2 wide receivers up top. He will take the snap. puts Doherty in motion, does take the snap, low one, but he fields it, rolls to his left, sets, fires down the far sideline, and he's got his man. Caught by, I believe that's Keogh, and into the end zone he goes. And that was, no, it was not Alex Keogh. I have to get a number, and I've been unable to do it. I apologize.
That's Jackson.
I'm sorry, James Jackson could not pick up the number. And so on the 61-yard pass, James Jackson caught it between defenders, made a nice move, and scampers into the end zone. And Red Lion not dead yet as they get into the end zone, and it is 24-13 with 9:16 remaining. PAT coming from Emig. The set is down. The kick is up, and it is good. So 9:16 left. James Jackson's 8th catch of the year, his 2nd touchdown, his 2nd catch night, and he brings the Lions back to life here, 24-14. So it is still a 2-score game, but you know, a lot of things can happen now. We'll take a Browns Orchard and Farm Market scoreboard update break. In the 4th, Central looking to get its 2nd win of the year, up on New Oxford 24-6. Biglerville leading DeLone 21-6 in the 4th. Bermudian up on York Tech 27-0 in the 4th. Eastern looking to go 500 and go to 2-1 in league play as they lead 1-2 in league play as they lead Gettysburg 33-3 in the 4th. Suburban looking to get over 500 and stay over 500 rather, and go to 2-1 in the league as they lead Susky 33-7 in the 4th. York Catholic looking for its 2nd win. The Irish up on Littlestown 28-14 in the 3rd. Hanover, the Nighthawks, about to go, or looking to go 6-0. They lead Fairfield 40-14 in the 3rd. Spring Grove at the half, still a halftime score, leading York High 34-12. The Rocket win there would get them to 500. And at the half, big one up the road here, Northeastern leading Dallastown 3-0. The battle of the unbeatens. Fast Signs kick from Emig. Good high kick. Francis settles under it at the 9. Straight up the field he comes. Cuts to the near sideline now and slips, making a cut at the 25-yard line. Pretty good special teams coverage by Red Lion that time. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25. Hustling down there for the Lions was Cole Brilhart. One other score, Dover. Eagles looking to stay above 500, and they would go to 4-2 if they can win tonight. They lead Kennerdale by a score of 21-7 in a Division II battle, and that is your Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard updates.
Yeah, we tried to put the Lions 6 feet underground already,
yeah,
talking up this Mustangs, but when you can score a 61-yard touchdown in 12 seconds, a lot of ball left, down 10.
Guyman hands it off. This is Fulmore off the right side, and Tyler powers it out to the 30. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Let's get that Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring update there.
Yeah, nice play action. Wheel route ran by James Jackson. Defenders getting caught with their eyes in the backfield. And 61 yards later, 12 seconds, James Jackson gets his 2nd touchdown of the year. Sam Emig throws for his 1st touchdown. And here we are with 8 minutes and 40 seconds on a rolling clock. Red Lion 14, Southwest 24.
Lions defense needs a stop here. The clock is not their friend. They give it to Francis. Francis trying to cut outside. Not happening, as coming up to make the hit was Colton Ryder, the 6'1", 195-pound senior linebacker. And he got Francis as he was going east and west, which is when you want to get him. He's dumped for a 2-yard loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 7.
You know, that was my big question after that big strike touchdown for the Lions. They get a little bit more momentum back on their side. How are they going to respond on defense? Will they be able to slow down the explosive Mustang offense, who's had their way this entire 2nd half and really established the line of scrimmage up front? Great job responding right here. See what they can do on this 3rd and 7.
Play clock down to 1. They get the snap off. Guyman looks to throw, fires it deep. Smolko's back there, was behind the defense and open, but he missed him at midfield. So it is incomplete. 4th down, going to be a Fink's Garage punt. Those two had hooked up earlier on a 31-yard pass, but this one beyond the reach of Matt Smolko, the tight end. And so it will be a punt by Guyman, and Boyd Gillespie is deep, and Red Lion will get the ball back with 7:49 left, trailing by 10.
Lions dodge a bullet as Cole Snyder busted his coverage, still trying to recover after he got ran over by offensive lineman Austin Rusin.
Good punt fielded by Boyd Gillespie at his own 32 now. Cuts up to the middle of the field, makes one guy miss, gets out to the 40, and is brought down right there. And on the coverage for Southwestern that time, Nate Van Kampen and also Logan Toms. But pretty good field position. Red Lion, its own 40. That's where they were last time. Then the touchdown pass to James Jackson. Lions down 10, but 7:37 left on the clock. And get it in the end zone again. We have a ball game here, folks.
That's right. There's a lot of playmakers on this Lion team, and we've seen other games where Jesse Shea will open up, allow his offensive coordinator to open up the playbook and throw some different wrinkles in the offensive game plan, which they're going to need here.
Emig out of the gun, 4 wides, 2 each way. Lions go left to right. Low snap, fields it, gets it out in the flat to Jackson. Jackson straight ahead he goes, out to the 44. Good open field tackle by Noah Staub. Give him a gain of 3 to the 43. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And really, it's not big wrinkles. It's not big trick plays. It's just throwing some different things the defense hasn't seen yet. There's a lot more to this playbook that we haven't seen that are basic plays, and I think we're going to see that a lot more as we are watching this 10-point ball game. The Lions need to loosen up the Mustang defense.
Clock down to 7:05 in the York Mitsubishi fourth quarter. 24-14 Southwestern. Red Lions 2nd and 7, its own 43. Out of the gun, Emig. Wide receiver each way. Man comes in motion toward us. Emig to throw. Fires it deep down the near sideline, and it is picked off. That one was up for grabs, and it is picked off by Miles Francis, his 2nd interception tonight. Overshot Doherty coming out of the backfield that time. Pick off at the 40 of Southwestern, and a huge turnover, and the Mustangs have it 1st and 10.
Lions try to go back to that wheel route. Emig having to throw from the far hash, and we've seen in other games when you try to throw from a far hash to the other sideline, the ball hangs up there. It's a long way to travel. And Miles Francis, like you mentioned, 2nd pick of the night.
And they mark it at the Southwestern 41, and the Mustangs now trying to run some clock here with 6:51 left and their lead being 10. Guyman hands it off. This is Fulmore. Fulmore off the left side, dives ahead to the 47. That's a gain of 6 on the stop, Alex Keogh. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Southwestern.
Southwestern has so many guys that have run the ball tonight. I'm thinking about going down there and helping them run out the rest of this clock. I don't think anyone would notice.
They probably wouldn't. Yeah, I think 8. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ball carriers tonight for Southwestern. And that's not uncommon for them, though.
No, it's not.
3 wide receivers now. 2 top, 1 to the near side. Brock Guyman out of the gun. Hands it off to Johnson. Mike Johnson makes a cut midfield. Dragged down right at the 1st down marker. Good tackle that time by Doherty. But it's enough for a 1st down as he gets to the 48. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. There's a gain of 5 and a 1st down for the Mustangs.
All those backs are very talented, but really, Ron, you or I could go out there and do it when you're running behind offensive tackles that clock in at 280, 270 pounds, guards 268 pounds, 200 pounds, and a center at 290.
Well, you could. I don't know about me, but here's a handoff to the near side. This is Nigel Williams. Williams down to the 44-yard line before he is spun down there by Doherty and Snyder. It's a gain of 4 to the 44, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
I'll coach you up, Ron. Just keep the same mentality you have when you drive, and you'll be all right.
Okay. I got that car around me then, though. All righty, 2nd and 6 at the 44 of Red Lion here in the York Mitsubishi fourth quarter. 5:15, the clock ticks. A friend of Southwestern and the foe of Red Lion now. They hand it off to Green. Green off the right side. Jeff Green breaking into the secondary and down the far sideline. Inside the 30, the 20. Green, the 15, makes a cutback inside the 10 and down to the 6-yard line. Jeff Green with a 38-yard run. Nice cuts and great blocking. And it's a 1st and goal for Southwestern at the Red Lion 5 in the Weckers Carpet Red Zone.
We've seen it time and time again in the second half. Southwestern pulling multiple guys, running these sweeps. Those talented running backs we talk about, able to use the stiff arms and good moves, run through tackles. There we see it again, another explosive play by this offense.
Well, and again, that's the 8th running back, just the 2nd carry for Jeff Green, and fresh legs, 39 yards. First and goal at the 5. Brock Guyman under center. Back split behind him. Takes the snap, gives it to Fulmore. Fulmore straight up the middle. Down to the 2 is Tyler Fulmore before he is stopped, and it's going to be second and goal from there. And we have a timeout whistled on the field. Red Lion timeout? Southwestern timeout. No, it is Red Lion. So the Lions take their first timeout. Fulmore with the run up the middle to the 2. It's second and goal from there.
That's an excellent point that you make, Ron. We talked about the Mustangs having to postpone their game last week and play this Monday night, coming off a short week. You got 8 guys running the ball. You're going to have some fresh legs.
Absolutely, and they do. Let's get you Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard update. Fourth quarter, Central 24, New Oxford 13, Biglerville 21, DeLone 6, Bermudian 27, York Tech zip. Eastern 33, Gettysburg 3, Suburban 33, Susquehannock 7, York Catholic 28, Littlestown 14. And as we updated here, Hanover 40, Fairfield 14, so the Nighthawks looking to go 6-0. When was the last time that happened? Spring Grove 34, York High 12 at the half, Northeastern leading Dallastown 3-0 at the half in the Battle of the Unbeatens, and Dover over Kennerdale 21-7 in the second quarter. Second and goal from the 2 for Southwestern. Brock Guyman under center, takes the snap, gives it to Hughes. Zach Hughes cuts up the middle, he's into the end zone, standing up. Zach Hughes with a 2-yard touchdown run for Southwestern, and the Mustangs now go up 30-14 with 4:27 remaining in the football game.
Another great job by the Southwest offense finishing the drive, and Hughes able to get in for his first touchdown of the season.
So again, that all those running backs for Southwestern, and the turnovers really the killer for Red Lion tonight. Couple of picks and a fumble, and the PAT by Sneeringer is good. So with 4:27 left in the football game, Southwestern posts a 17-point lead, 31 over the Red Lion Lions, 14. And Red Lion will get the football, but now they had it last time. They were moving down just 10, but the interception by Miles Francis turned things around, and Southwestern takes advantage of that turnover and puts it in the end zone. Next week, again, we'll let you know. We're going to see what some of the action unfolds tonight, so stay tuned to 1350 and watch the website, WOYK1350.com, and we'll let you know where we're going to be next Friday night. We hope you have a night like this, a gorgeous night for football. And let's get our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Mustangs able to take 2 minutes and 24 seconds off the clock as they extend their lead after going 6 plays, 59 yards. Finish the drive with a 2-yard touchdown run by Zach Hughes, his first touchdown of the year. And 4:27 left in the ball game. Southwest 31, Red Lion 14.
And a fast signs kickoff coming from Wes Sneeringer, and he puts the foot to it. A low line drive kick off the hands of a receiver, Jackson, at the 15. That's a live ball. Jackson picks it up at the 10, and he is snowed under back at about the 3-yard line. Mike Johnson, who has been flying all over this field tonight, puts him down at the 7-yard line. So Red Lion will start 1st and 10 from there with just 4:20 left, and they are down by 17.
Red Lion continues the woes, self-inflicted mistakes.
Yep.
You see, like I mentioned, there's a lot of talent on this team.
Yes, absolutely.
And certainly do a lot of good things the rest of the season. You know, Jesse Shea will have them turned around, focused on the next opponent.
And again, they are without their starting quarterback. Dalton Grove was ejected last week, has to sit out this week as well. Emig not done poorly tonight, but he does have the 3 interceptions, and Red Lion has a fumble as well. Emig to throw, rolls to his left, in some trouble, steps up, will run. And he gets across the 10, dives to the 15-yard line, picks up 8, and it'll be 2nd and 2 from there.
Talk about Sam Emig's performance. Certainly not bad tonight, but certainly has the ability, just a couple of bad decisions.
4 wides now, 2 each way. Emig to throw, fires it out, has his man. He's going to have a first down. That's Jackson. No, it's Hildebrand. Dylan Hildebrand making guys miss. Finally taken down by Nate Van Kampen across the way. And the safety makes the tackle at the 35, but that's a gain of 20 on the pass to Hildebrand. His first catch tonight and a first down for the Lions.
Definitely a good test for Sam Emig to come out and play against a team with athletes like you see for Southwest.
And Emig will go from the shotgun again. 4 wide receivers. Takes the snap, fires it quickly out here in the flat, has his man there, and he slips and falls after a 1-yard gain. And that is Cole Snyder on the catch for Redline. So pick of just one. The clock ticks here down to 3:38 remaining. On second down, Emig to throw. Flag flies, probably a hold. He fires it out through the hands of Tyler Uberte across the way. And it's going to be second down. It's Taylor Uberte, I'm sorry. And we're probably going to have a hold against Redline. Flag lies at the 33. That would move it all the way back to the 23 and make it second and 22. If they don't take it, it will be 3rd and 9, but they are going to take it. Well, we really need to mention, Gareth, you know, tonight we're here at Horn Field, and this Red Lion football team went through a very, very tough situation this summer with 2 of their players, Nick Mankin and Stonehill, dying in a car accident in June. Talked to Jesse Shea about it at the media day, and, you know, brought the guys together and said, we'll play this season for those guys, play it for ourselves too. And that's tough when you're a teenager and you lose friends and teammates like that.
It's tough. I mean, from my point of view, that was very tough to read the articles and hear that news, and I just like watching them play football. I can't imagine friends and family.
Yeah.
And condolences and thoughts and prayers always with them.
Emig fires it out to Jackson. Jackson, good run up to the 37, so he picks up 15. It's going to be a 3rd down and about 8 for Red Lion now. Yeah, we do want to mention that our thoughts and prayers certainly with the families, and it was a lot of fun watching those guys play the last couple years here. And down the far sideline they go to Jackson, out of bounds and incomplete, so it's going to be 4th down, and Red Lion will have to go for it here with 2:49 left.
Stone will continue to stay atop the charts on our all names list.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, looking forward to him playing linebacker this year, Mankin on the offensive line, and well, that's a tough one. 4th down now, and this is last gasp for Red Lion. It's 4th and 8 at their own 37. They are down by 17 with 2:49 remaining. 4 wide receiver set. Emig takes the snap, rolls to his right. Looking now, tucks it and is going to run, and he will pick up the 1st down on the far sideline. Scampers out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Good heady play by him, getting out of bounds to stop the clock as well as picking up the 1st down.
Yeah, I talked about this being a good test and good experience for Sam Emig. I talked about some of his poor decisions, but poor decisions will turn into good performance for him, especially with a coach like Jesse Shea and the staff he has here at Red Lion. He'll be groomed. He'll be ready to go next year.
Yeah, he is a junior, so he will definitely be back. 2:41 left now. 1st down, Red Lion. Their own 46. They're down 17. And Emig again in that gun takes the snap. Rolls right. Pressure comes, and he goes down. They get the sack that time. Big Bubba Carbaugh will record the sack, but Mike Johnson turned Emig back in for Carbaugh to make that tackle, and it's going to be a loss of 8.
Yeah, along with his experiences, he's certainly learned tonight what it's like to get tattooed at the varsity level.
Yes, he has. 2nd and 18 now, back at the 38-yard line. Emig to throw, fires it out quickly. He has Jackson at the 46. Jackson up to the 49 is grabbed and thrown back by Staub. It's going to be a gain, though, of 11 out to the 49. From there, it will be 3rd down and 7.
Another takeaway for this Red Lion team is, as they've gone with the hurry-up offense, pick up the tempo, they've done a good job of execution, getting to the line, getting set.
And a flag flies as the ball is fired out into the flat. It's incomplete, but we have a penalty marker, and see what the call is going to be here. Referee looking to the southwestern sideline, and Damian Palucci says we'll take this penalty, and we'll see what it is here with 1:47 left. It's a hold against Red Lion. That moves it back to the 38-yard line. From there is going to be 3rd down and 18 for the Red Lion Lions.
Right as I talk about the good execution, the Lions commit a foul.
Yeah. They've been
right on cue.
Tough mistakes tonight for the Lions, no question. 3rd and 18, 4 wide receivers. Emig straight drop. Pressure comes from Johnson. Little screen set up to Keogh. Keogh out to the 43. 3-yard line. That's a gain of 5, but well short of the first down. Red Lions going to take a timeout. Now it's 4th down, and there's just 1:37 remaining. So Red Lion will take its second timeout of the half here and preserve the ability to take one more shot down the field. Well, I think we've been impressed by what we've seen from Southwestern tonight. On a short week, they've come out, been able to run the football, and really their lines have been impressive tonight, offensive and defensive.
Really have, and I think a big takeaway we can see after coming off of a short week, not only being banged up and feeling bruised and beaten from 4 days rest, but you got to be in great shape to bounce back after a couple days and play 4 quarters against a good Red Lion team and put up 31 against the Lions.
Okay, a scoreboard update here from Brown's Orchards and Farm Market. 4th quarter, Central about to win its second, 38-13 over New Oxford. Biglerville leading DeLone 21-6. Eastern 33, Gettysburg 3. That is in the 4th quarter. Suburban big over Susquehanna 40-14. So the Trojans saying they are a force to be reckoned with here in Division 2. On 4th down, Emig drops to throw, fires it deep down the near side for Boyd Gillespie. Hit him in the hands. Good defense by Miles Francis, but Boyd Gillespie got up there and got his hands on it, but could not bring it in. And on 4th down, that incomplete pass will turn it over to the Southwestern Mustangs.
There's a couple good athletes going after it. Francis on the defense right there, and Boyd Gillespie certainly capable of making those acrobatic catches. Not bouncing the Lions' way tonight.
Yep. Well, Southwestern now can run out the clock, and they will go to 5-1 and 3-0 in the league, and they will host Dallastown next week. Dallastown losing to Northern at halftime in a battle of unbeatens 3-0 up the road here. 91 seconds left, and Guyman takes the knee, and they'll have to do that a couple more times and run it out. There's a couple more scores. Hanover about to go 6-0 over Fairfield, 40-14 in the 4th. Spring Grove still a halftime score. Got to be beyond that now, but the last we have is 34-12 over York High, and 21-13 Dover leading Kennerdale at the half. So the Rams hanging in there with the Eagles.
Can you refresh the URL and check that DeLone score again?
I can. We just got a couple updates. So we got a final Northern over Big Spring. Where are we with DeLone? 21-6 in the 4th.
You sure it's not the other way?
I don't believe it is. I'm sorry.
Goodness.
Another knee by Guyman. We're under a minute now, so he'll have to do that one more time, and Southwestern will get out of here with a good 31-14 win on the road. As they whistle it in, they'll wait till they get under 25 to snap it here, and they won't have to do it again. So, good, impressive win for Southwestern here tonight, and they will move on to host Dallastown in a big D1 contest next Friday night down at the Mustang Corral.
Got to imagine these stable fees are pretty steep for these Mustangs, all these guys in the backfield.
Yeah, and that is it. Final knee by Guyman, and there is your final score. Southwestern 31, Red Lions 17. Going to take a break, come back with a Stony Brook Family Restaurant post-game show on the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York. Kochman & Kunkel Insurance Group, part of the Keystone Insurers Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies. Plus health, life, and all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at KIGYork.com. Kochman & Kunkel Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Not only can you feel it in the air, you can hear it. High school football. Charlie and everyone at Maple Donuts salutes this year's high school players, cheerleaders, coaches, band members, and assistants across the county. You make fall fun. When kickoff rolls around, there's nothing better than pregame tailgating at the stadium. With your Maple Donuts, of course. Kids of every age love Maple Donuts 58 varieties, especially on a crisp fall game day. Charlie's Donut Squad is working hard every day to make sure you head over to the high school with your favorite lineup: jelly-filled, glazed, pumpkin, chocolate peanut butter, and brewing up some of that famous fresh Maple Donuts coffee. So what's the game plan, high school football fans? Just make sure you show up with a big orange box filled with Maple Donuts. Because I don't care who you're rooting for, it's a winner every time.
Maple Donuts taste right. 58 tasty bread. Anytime, day or night. For appetite delight. Maple Donuts taste right.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And back at Horn Field, the two teams gather at opposite ends. Red Lion to talk about 3-3 and 4 games left. Certainly a lot left to play for them. Dalton Grove will return at quarterback next week in Southwestern. A little cheer goes up from them as they go to 5-1 and stay unbeaten 3-0 in the league and host Dallastown next week at the Corral in a big Division I showdown. The final tonight, 31-14 Southwestern over Red Lion. Here on the Stony Brook Family Restaurant postgame show. Time now for our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
I'm going to have to take a seat for this one, Ron.
All right.
Red Lion lit up the scoreboard first on their third possession. An impressive two-play, 57 seconds off the clock. And a 93-yard touchdown scamper by Alex Keogh for his 5th rushing touchdown of the year. With 19 seconds left in the first quarter, Red Lion took the lead 7-0. Southwest answered immediately, going 9 plays, 73 yards in 3.5 minutes. Finished the drive with a 10-yard touchdown run. Robbie Harbison for his 3rd touchdown of the season. 7 minutes, 38 seconds left in the first half. Tied the game at 7. Southwest struck one more time before halftime, going 9 plays. Again, 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Finished the drive 92 yards later with a 19-yard field goal from Wes Sneeringer, his 2nd field goal of the year. And at halftime, our score was Southwest 10, Red Lions 7. And the second half was all Southwest as they came out in the first possession. Get a touchback and go 8 plays, 80 yards. Finish the drive with a Nigel Williams 17-yard touchdown run. Gave them the lead by 10. Southwest 17, Red Lions 7. Southwest 2 drives later hit the scoreboard again, going 4 plays, 40 yards. A minute and 25 seconds off the clock. The drive was brought to you by the first interception of Mr. Francis on his night. And that put the score after a Brock Guyman 1-yard touchdown run and 9 minutes, 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Red Lion 7, Southwest 24. Red Lion mustered something up on offense. Looked like they were going to make a big push back after a 1-play, 61-yard drive, taking 12 seconds off the clock with a big touchdown pass as quarterback Sam Emig throws for his first TD of the year and connects with James Jackson for James Jackson's 2nd touchdown of the year receiving. And that brought our score to Red Lion 14, Southwest 24. And Southwest put the nails in the coffin on their next possession, going 6 plays, 59 yards in 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Finished the drive with a Zach Hughes 2-yard touchdown run, his first rushing touchdown of the year. Red Lion 14, Southwest 31, and that's our final.
All right, and that scoring recap courtesy of Yorktown Roofing and Siding. Thank you, Gareth. We're going to take a break here on our post-game show brought to you by Stony Brook Family Restaurant. Come back with our post-game stats courtesy of Shipley Energy. 31-14 Mustangs over the Lions on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Core Design Group, a local architectural and structural engineering firm, is celebrating 10 years of serving its partners in York County and beyond. Core specializes in commercial, healthcare, houses of worship, industrial, higher education, and residential. For more information, visit our new website at www.core-designgroup.com or call 717-741-2046.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
And back at Horn Field, where Gareth is being tormented by a University of Delaware alumni here from the Red Lion stands, an arch rival of the Tribe from William and Mary. And
typical Hens.
Yeah, Blue Hens getting the win over the Tribe last week, but we won't dwell on that. We will move on to our post-game stats, brought to you by Shipley Energy. For the Red Lion Lions, on the ground tonight, Alex Keogh, just 7 carries, 114 yards, many of those on that 93-yard touchdown run. Pat Doherty, 1 carry, 3 yards. Sam Emig, 6 carries and 17 yards from the QB spot. And Dylan Guerreri, 12 carries, 44 yards. The Lions tonight, 26 totes, 178 yards on the ground. Through the air, Sam Emig, not a bad night, at least as far as completion percentage. He was 12 of 19, threw for 171 yards, 1 touchdown, but did have the 3 interceptions, and that hurt. Kendrick Boyd Gillespie, 3 catches for 46 yards tonight. James Jackson had the big night, 5 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown. That a 61-yard reception. Alex Keogh, 2 catches for 6 yards. Dylan Hildebrand, 1 for 20, and Cole Snyder, 1 for 1. 349 total yards of offense for the Red Lion Lions tonight. For the Southwestern Mustangs, and here's the thing, 8 guys ran the football tonight for Southwestern. Robbie Harbison, 8 carries, 59 yards, 1 touchdown out of 10 yards. Zach Hughes, 6 carries, 18 yards, including a 2-yard touchdown run. Jeff Green, 2 carries, 42 yards. He had a 39-yarder that set up a touchdown for them. Brock Guyman, 6 carries, 51 yards, a 1-yard touchdown on a quarterback sneak. Tyler Fulmore, 9 carries, 53 yards. Miles Francis, 7 carries, 32 yards. Nigel Williams, 3 carries, 18 yards, but a 17-yard touchdown run. And Mike Johnson led him in rushing tonight, 8 carries, 107 yards. Guy had carried the ball 3 times in the first 5 games coming in. 48 carries, 380 yards on the ground tonight for Southwestern. Brock Guyman, not a great night through the air, 6 of 15, 71 yards, but no turnovers. Noah Staub, 2 catches for 24. Jeff Green, 2 for 16. Matt Smokel, 1 for 31. Miles Francis, 1 for 0 yards. 451 total yards tonight for the Southwestern Mustangs. Those are your post-game stats courtesy of Shipley Energy. Take a break. We're going to listen to a little bit of the Red Lion Band as we go to break here as they perform for the fans in the post-game here. And we'll come back with our GSLSC Player of the Game and our York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard after this in the high school football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK and GameTimePA.com.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
My name is Bob Innerst. I've been a York Traditions Bank customer since 2008. One of the things that I like about York Traditions Bank is that I know everyone is right here in the York area and everybody's local and the decisions are made, right here at the bank. So I feel very comfortable if I need a loan or if I have a question about anything, I'm going to get the answer from the people right here. Because we live here too means that they share a lot of the same concerns that I do. I know that they give back to the local community, and it really makes a difference. They're invested here, and that's important to me. I now tend to measure other businesses that I deal with the level of service that I get at York Traditions Bank. I feel that York Traditions Bank never takes my business for granted. I highly recommend York Traditions Bank to anyone.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in the morning, first in sports.
And we are back here at Redline, historic Cornfield, as the Redline Lions band performs for the fans here. But a not real happy home crowd tonight as the Lions go down 31-14 to the Mustangs of Southwestern. And time now for our GSLSC player of the game. All right, Gareth, take it away.
He doesn't necessarily lead the Stampede for the Mustangs, clocking in at 5'8" and $165. And you look at the big offensive lineman he gets to work behind. But Miles Francis, the senior, 7 carries for 32 yards and 2 interceptions on defense. Big performance out of him tonight to really help seal the deal and get the win for his team.
All right, so Miles Francis, our GSLSC player of the game tonight for the Southwestern Mustangs. Let's take a look at this York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard show now. Some interesting games around the league tonight as always, and will set us up for a interesting Week 7. Eastern defeats Gettysburg 33-3, so the Golden Knights with a good win tonight. They get back to, I believe, at 500 now, and they are 1-2 in the league as they get their first league win. It was Biglerville over DeLone. Sorry, Gareth, 21-6. The Squires go down. Yorks have been making a bit of a statement that they are a contender in Division II as they tattoo Susquehannock 47-14. Central gets its second win of the year over New Oxford 38-19. And York Catholic about to get its second win of the year. They lead the Littlestown Bolts 35-14 in the fourth. The Hanover Nighthawks, tip of the hat to them. They're going to go 6-0 as they put it to the Fairfield Green Knights tonight, 53-14. Spring Grove, the Rockets, about to get their third win of the season, go to 500. They are up over York High 48-12 in the third. Tough year for the Bearcats and coach Sean Heinold. Northeastern in the Battle of the Unbeatens, they have taken a 12-0 lead over Dallastown up the road here a couple of miles. That in the third quarter. So the Bobcats, I'll tell you what, they are making a statement. They beat Red Lion last week and tonight Dallastown. And Dover leading Kennerdale 21-13. That at the half. That didn't start till 8 o'clock. That's a big Division II game.
Yeah, so far this year, Northeastern and Hanover both doing everything they can in impressive fashion to really state their identity.
Well, we are still settling on our game for next week. And by the way, West York plays tomorrow. They play Delaware Valley Academy tomorrow afternoon. So the Bulldogs looking to get their third straight win tomorrow. So we're considering Southwestern and Dallastown next week down at the Mustang Corral. And that sounded pretty good to me, especially Dallastown loses tonight. Then really Southwestern and Dallastown are playing for that second spot behind Northeastern. And then, Southwestern and Northeastern have a game coming up in a couple of weeks. So in a few weeks, I guess that would be. So that could be a dandy in the corral next week.
I've never had the pleasure to be around an angry Kevin Myers, so I'd kind of like to see what that looks like.
Yeah,
next week.
I'll tell you what. So we'll see. We'll let you know, though, what we're going to have for sure. But that does it for us tonight. Again, our final tonight is Southwestern 31 and Red Lion 14. Now for Jim Harden, as always, pushing all the right buttons back at the station. Good job, Jim. Jamie Evans on the video for Game Time, and my partner, Gareth Hissong. I'm Ron Ruman. Thanks for listening, folks, and you have a good night.
Thank you for listening to WOIK's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution, bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night. High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. Listen on the go with the WOIK mobile apps and online at WOIK1350.com. And make sure to tune in every Saturday morning at 9 for Central PA Game Day with the coach Wayne McCullough, featuring the High School Football Scoreboard Show and live interviews with the players and coaches. And get your football weekend started early. Every Thursday at 4 p.m., it's Game Day with Game Time PA, previewing the weekend's biggest games. Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports. Now, back to NBC Sports Radio on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.